It could make it loaded.
All right.
All right, here we are. Yay! Everybody's back. Everybody showed up. We're back to the League of Roses. It's a group of monster hunters. Right in front of us is the Skyblue Rose. The League of Roses is a league created by a guy named Rudolph Van Richten. By the way, I didn't say welcome, everybody. Hopefully you're all ready to go and all charged up and very excited to be here. So anyway, what are you reading? What are you looking at? Porno?
No.
Okay. So the League of Roses is a bunch of different groups of monster hunters. They have different colors of rose that signifies the difference between them. So we know one group is the orange rose, one group is the blue rose, one is the purple rose, and sitting before us is the Sky Blue Rose, which is a combination of white and blue. It came together several missions ago, episodes ago. Very exciting. And now we have two leaders. We have a lot of distress and a lot of confusion. So what we do here is before we do a recap, we go around and we meet our players and we meet their characters. They introduce them. We've gotten to the point now I forgot to tell you, but coming soon, we're going to hit our 100th session of recorded. We probably are well over 100 sessions. We probably didn't do a third of our sessions. So, we used to play in there and here and stuff like that. So anyway, so it's very exciting. So now that we don't have to start in any one particular order, I thought I would see who would like to start first, who would like to volunteer to be first out of the gate. Well, you don't have to. He's pointing the finger at you. That's peer pressure. You don't have to.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay. All right.
Hi, my name's Sarah. I play two characters. My first character is N, short for Nigel. He is an 80-year-old human paladin for his goddess Ezra, and he is sworn as oath of vengeance for her.
He wears a chassis belt.
He does. He wears a chassis.
He's never had it in his life, which is very sad. That's why he's very tense. All right. So our question is, what was it again?
What is the most impressive thing your character has done?
Okay. This will be interesting. Oh, God.
His?
Mr. Boring.
No. His nose hairs has formed the perfect shield to where pollen doesn't affect him, so he's never experienced allergies.
Oh, wow. Very nice. So, if you see him, is his nose like just full of hair? It's grossly haired?
It doesn't look gross. He somehow perfected it to look nice, but also
Did he
to
clip his
perfect
hair?
shield. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Any reason why?
The downside is it's through his mouth.
Yeah, I was going to say, can he breathe through his nose at all? It sounds like
which is the real reason why he's never experienced allergy.
He's a mouth breather. Okay. Does he snore?
Oh, he snores. That's why he knows how to do the nose whistle.
Oh, okay. Oh, he nose whistles through that, too.
Yeah.
Never mind. Every man knows how to do this.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm not going to go anywhere near that. Okay, that's great. Interesting.
My second character is W, short for William. He's Ed's younger brother. He's 27 years old, and he's a witch who's with the Coven of Steel.
Okay. And he has, what color hair does he have right now?
He has brown hair and red eyes.
Okay. Kind of normal. Yeah. Used to be more punk.
He did. He used to have purplish look.
And he hasn't gone after any women lately.
No, he hasn't.
It's kind of
There's not a lot of
sex in Barovia, yeah.
Barovia.
That's for sure. Okay. All right, again, the question is, what is it, something about him that is a talent, or what was it again?
What is the most impressive thing your character has done?
Oh, okay.
He is known as the best belly dancer in town. His hips don't lie, and he can belly dance.
Why did you take that up?
He just likes the way it moves. It looks like
Oh, he's a grinder. Yeah.
He likes the movement.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
And
Maybe.
it tones your abs.
Yeah, it does. It does. We'll see. Maybe we can get him into a cross-dressing scenario.
He does belly dancing.
So, with N, does he have any problem smelling things?
No.
So, okay. All right. Just wondering.
If I had to describe it, it's layers of hair constantly doing this. It's like a netting. So it prevents the pollen
Sounds
from getting
gross.
all the way up there.
It sounds like when you look at him, it would be like really dark,
Probably if you look it up.
You don't want to look at that.
Maybe there's a bunch of shit that's distracting too. You know, does he sneeze?
No, he's never seen his life.
God, that's gonna be nasty. There's gonna be some nasty stuff up there.
It's really just taking
That's
voters.
why
Honestly, that's probably what it is.
It's probably boogies. Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't
That's where the nose whistling comes from.
That's why he's talking like that.
He actually is always nose whistling.
Maybe he has a little owl bear in there, like his cave.
Okay, very good. Yes. All right, who would like to go next?
I guess I'll go next.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Richard, and I play the character Grutz Breaker. I am a half orc or wizard hunter. Yes, I'm all.
You're everything.
I'm everything. Yeah.
And very, very violent.
I'm very violent.
Okay.
Violence is always the answer.
6'2", right?
Yes, 16. No longer tall. Basketball, I'm still tall. Basketball is really good. So
Yeah, 6'2" is not tall. Not in D&D, that's for sure.
I'm bald. It's so sad. My hair's gone.
That's not a bad
You know,
thing.
he knows that
It's an orc. I mean, orcs are mostly bald.
Exactly. I have a luscious beard. I have mine. So.
Did you have hair at the beginning?
I
you
did.
have? Okay. What made you lose your hair?
I ended up taking one of Sarah's little characters' long flowing hair
No, it was Randall.
for Randall's long flowing hair, and then it disappeared.
But I mean, originally, how did he lose his hair? Do you know? Just.
Oh, wasn't it through the cranberry jello?
Oh, the gelatin.
Oh, it pulled it all off.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it never grew back.
Never grew back. Did it grow back everywhere else?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
Just not on the head.
too bad it didn't. Well,
You get a rag, you can shine it, it'll go nice and shine.
yeah.
It's like the sun.
Yes. That's
Blind my enemies.
that's a spell. One of your spells, right? So blind,
Yeah,
bald blindness. Okay, so again, you'll have to read the.
So people may think that Grutz has abs of steel, but he has an ass of steel. That is his most impressive trait. When he clenches his ass, it gets so hard, you can put a finger and it won't indent at all. He broke a bottle with his ass cheeks before. So fucking impressive.
So there's no worry if you don't have a bottle opener around.
No.
Just Grutz.
It's so hard.
Come on over here, bend over. Does he like exercise it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like every month, we gotta exercise.
Yeah.
The Way House.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the way, of course. Okay, he probably can slice things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can catch a lady
You
with
can
it.
break bones.
He slices his turd so fast and quickly it doesn't have to
You can
wipe.
block the sword with it.
Oh.
You can catch it. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Phew. Well.
Wait till CoStrahd tries that.
Yeah, I was gonna say anybody that tries to.
CoStrahd's gonna appear behind me and go, I
Yeah.
got you now, and he's gonna just try and slice him. He's
Yeah.
gonna try and slice him from the
He's
bottom
gonna come
up.
at. Why don't you come at
And
people with your
unless he gets
backside?
it, unless he gets it perfectly on the spot with the crack, he's just gonna hit
What
that
if that's what your first attack
Have you, yeah, I was gonna say, have you ever put a sword there and fought like that?
Attack
Turn
both
around.
sides.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
You didn't have a tail.
You can't. Nobody can sneak up on you. Yeah. That's impressive. That is very impressive.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Now it's down to the wire. It's a race
Are you
between.
gonna follow a clockwise order? Or are you gonna?
I don't know.
Wait, did I mean I get to do it?
Hey,
Oh, okay.
I don't really. Actually, I don't really know what you were doing it for. Yeah.
I said you are references before. It would be against it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hi, my name is Michael, and I play the character Lazarus. I don't know what the fuck this happened, but Lazarus is a now warlock, which means he's a cheating warlock.
It's called update for posterity. Michael. Very good.
And
You're the slave, the man child of a big titty man, woman. You're the child of a. You're the servant. I don't know what is he of the big titty blue genie, right? Big titty
How do
blue
you know she's
genie.
blue? She's an earth. She's from brown.
You guys, you said she was blue. Is she blue or brown?
What color?
She's earth,
She could be
but-
purple.
What color do you want?
I thought you
She's brown.
I thought you said she was blue.
No, she's brown. Get that can.
Yeah, she's earth. She's brown.
He's earth. I don't think the genie.
She's an earth genie.
She's an earth.
Oh, she an earth? Well, she could be yellow.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Could be green.
No, red would be fire. Red would be fire. Green would be.
I think red rock.
Green. Oh, maybe green could work.
Yeah, green.
I would rather have brown glass than green.
Gray.
The
I mean,
most.
the painted desert is all different colors. So
The most impressive thing my character knows how to do. That's why she's nerf cheaty. She's too big to have her.
There you go. That's how you know she's gonna be
sand piles. Yeah.
Yeah, I can go into that season desert anytime.
Does she have long hair?
Yeah, describe
Does
your
short hair? Does she wear glasses?
All right, let's now.
How big are
So
Does
if
she have abs?
does it mean
or
she
Are
naked?
they mountains or hills?
Yeah, is she naked or
Is she naked or does she wear clothes?
Either or.
Does she wear seashells?
Either or. What's
Yes.
Either or.
No.
So she's
You're at least 5
she
hours.
look like an Arabian Night kind of genie.
Yeah, she looked like Genie from Aladdin.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
You.
Well, not.
Does she have a beard?
No.
Okay.
She went the wrong
Well,
way.
you never know. You never know.
All right. Moving
Does she
on.
have buns of steel like
All
Grutz?
right, let's move
Oh,
on.
she's got a tail.
Does she have a tail?
He said Arabian Nights, Genie. Yeah,
I didn't know they had tails.
Oh, how about him half?
No, they can have.
That's true. They can have one if they want.
All right. Continuing on to.
Does
the
she have
question.
female genitalia?
Continuing on to the main question. The most impressive thing my character knows how to do is play a lute, and he once got into.
No, we know that. We know that.
He once got into a lute contest with a devil and won.
Oh,
That's more of an impressive
Dell went down to
moment
Georgia.
rather than a skill.
That kind of, and he won.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, and he won.
He won.
What did the devil do?
He
What was
let
his
him-
reaction?
He let him live with the soul. Keep the soul.
He did him? He let him. Okay. He walked away
Yeah.
with his tail between his legs.
Yep.
Okay. So he's quite the lewd player.
Yep.
How come we never, I don't know, it never comes out. Yeah, he never plays.
He never says
Just
I
like
play.
at night sometimes.
He never says I play
He
them
doesn't pull it out. And that's the softer side of Lazarus. Lazarus is pretty,
Maybe he doesn't trust us yet.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, I wouldn't trust us.
No?
I would trust me.
You wouldn't trust you?
Well, you meet a guy like Jimmy Farwell when he first
Well, he's
runs
gone.
into
That's
the room.
true. Yeah, he's gone.
Would you trust him?
Yeah, I wouldn't see it. No,
I
yeah.
definitely wouldn't trust
I
you.
would not let him in the group, but I guess maybe you didn't have a choice. Okay.
When you join the group,
Well,
they
you
need
know,
there's
there's in this question.
now he's dead.
I don't know if anybody's ever done that. Told a person that brings a character and said, "No, you can't join." That would have been interesting.
That would have been interesting.
That would have been interesting.
Wait, no. And the character gets kicked out
Yeah.
sometime later on.
Yeah.
I think it's super chat.
As a super boss.
Yeah, super boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You rejected me and I worried.
Yeah. Bend over. I want to see those buns of steel.
I can't hear it like that. You're right.
That's funny. Okay, very good. The lute player, Lazarus the lute, LL. All right, last and least.
My cat plays
Right. Keep going.
Well,
Was there anything you want to tell us about him? What's his
no,
favorite weather?
he prefers overcast.
Overcast.
Yeah, no
Okay.
rain, but nice
Okay.
cool day.
Overcast. Okay, all right.
Nice and cool.
All right.
It's not too sunny.
Well, then he
nothing
likes
but sun.
Barovia because it's overcast all the time.
But he doesn't
Perfect.
like the snow. It's too cold. He doesn't
Yeah,
like it when it's too cold.
turns wet. Okay.
It's got the mist here and there. Maybe a little fog in the morning.
How long has Reedy been doing the weather?
A very long time since he was a wee lad.
Oh, when he was wee lad.
Well,
Okay.
he got the powers, and then he had to go on an adventure with his uncle to the land of the east.
The land of the east.
Yes, the land of the east.
The land of the east. Okay. And what did he do there?
That plays into his skill. His,
Oh, because of the rising sun, or?
No, that plays into the question.
Oh, okay. The question is, what's
What is
the?
the most impressive thing you can't know that this American weather train? Weather with the train. Before he was known as the great weather wizard of the West, he was the great.
In the east.
He was the great popping wizard of the West. You see,
Popping.
popping. Yes, he would amaze the audiences, mystify the masses, and woo many a wife with his amazing popping ability.
Oh, I see.
He was,
Okay, all
he
right.
was kick can pop in the best of them.
I see.
That
That doesn't go very far. Yeah, I can see why you needed something different.
Oh my god, so weird.
Yeah, very strange.
He's the greatest popper. If you went to the land of
How
the
do you do
east,
that?
if you went to the land of the east,
He's popping a joint.
He's not popping a joint. I think he's thimping.
No, he's not. When his finger slides down, it makes that noise.
Really?
Nothing happening.
That is a talent. I'm not sure what, but that
he's
must
the
be
great pocket with it from the west.
something that'll come in. But he went to the east.
Yeah, they traveled eastward. I know. To the land of the east.
And was his uncle a weather
What's
wizard?
the Ravenloft?
It's just Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Oh shit, and the land of the east.
No, all that's.
No.
There is another
no.
domain next to it,
Yeah,
but I have to look at the
great
map.
land.
Ravenloft is a whole entirely evolved domain.
Oh, it is. That's true. Barovia.
No, they're the land of the east now. I'm
Okay.
excited.
No.
It was recently discovered.
What did your uncle do? Was he a weather wizard too?
No, he was a regular wizard.
Okay.
He was a smoke wizard.
When he
He had to go to the
smoke?
east. Yeah, he had to go to the east to pick up cigarettes. His cousin, Reed's cousins, Roddy and Roddy Woodward.
So
So he had to go and pick up cigarettes.
so the smoke wizard was he?
Oh my god.
Was he?
He didn't come back with Reed.
Oh, yeah.
Reed went back on his own.
Yeah, he was embarrassed. Yeah. Okay.
You want to get the no.
No, he went to go get the. Yeah, I'm going to go get cigarettes for it. And he never came back. He probably did. He's one.
All right. Very good. Nice stories. Okay.
The popping wizard of the west.
The popping wizard of the west.
That's what they call him in the east, though.
What do they call him in the west?
The weather wizard.
The weather wizard. Okay. All right. Very good.
The weather
Okay.
wizard of the west.
So very exciting. Good to meet you all. And now we're ready to roll. Rock and roll, huh?
Yeah.
But first we have to have some sort of a recap, and I think that means Sarah's going to give us
Yes,
a
it's
recap.
my turn to give a recap. It was a pretty simple time a couple weeks ago.
It was a very simple time. A couple weeks ago.
Right?
Okay, you're going back a couple of weeks. Okay.
Wait, no, hold on. Did
Wait,
we go
last week. Yeah, we
Well, that's okay. You can go further back if you want to.
Oh, no,
It's
it's
up to you.
okay. So last week, we walked around the vineyard and we fought on whether he was going to use fire or not. Thankfully, he didn't.
Who's he?
We,
Oh, he was going to use fire?
He was.
Okay.
and there was a big fight. So then we explored it more, and then we found the rooms that was in the upstairs that Lazarus was very confused about.
He didn't go there. Yeah, he didn't go there
He
at
didn't
all.
go there at all. Well, he wasn't there because he turned into a druid.
He did go into the one. That's right. Okay.
Then we explored that area, and then at the end where they were doing the labels, we found the big bad. And Grutz fought him off by himself pretty much. And then we,
You're giving you a lot of credit.
I did. I told him.
But the
the
reason is because there was other stuff attacking you, though, right? I mean, you guys fought too.
yeah, so N fought the owl thing, the and then
Strix. Yeah.
We also fought a couple more. Lazarus fought a druid, and then W was heal touching everyone from behind.
You guys got pretty crippled, didn't you? Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
And then Grutz finally dealt the final blow on the guy in the destroyed staff, and now we're here.
Okay. So, just also, so you have Vigio with you.
We do, we have Vigio.
Vigio is one of the Mardikovs.
He didn't die.
He didn't die, but he's not in very good shape.
No,
There's also a rating person.
we also have Raven Birdie with us.
That bird you put into, I didn't fire up the system.
Didn't Grutz put it in his ear?
Well, no, you put it in a bed.
Oh, bad.
You guys put it to bed.
That's a bad way. Yeah. When you put it to
What do you mean? Was that bad?
We let it go to sleep.
You did when someone said that.
Did I say something wrong when I?
No. When you put it
imply something?
other way.
Does that mean doing that dirty or? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, no, you didn't do that, but
Yeah.
okay. And so let's see, you killed the what I guess consider to be
The big bad.
the big bad. I don't know what that
Is that what he looks like?
I don't know. It says Wizard of Wines. So.
The wizard of wine. The weather wizard.
Yeah, we never figured out what the wizard part of their name meant. Well, they were part druids. Oh, but that would maybe.
You might want to ask the questions. Yeah. I'm sorry,
So
I
maybe
didn't
they
pull this
diverted
up. I didn't pull it up.
Maybe just put it on fantasy.
Maybe they diverted being Druid and became wizards. Or maybe it's just
Maybe it's
magical
just a
that
way to say that they're
maybe
really
the
good.
shad's magical and that's the reason why they're alive.
Or maybe it's a way to say I'm intellectually able to create lots of wine.
Maybe the way they make their minds magical.
Like a wizard isn't an actual.
Oh, that's true. You can be a whiz at computer.
Yeah. You can be a whiz at computers, right? You're a whiz at wine.
So what else happened at the end? What was the big event?
He tapped the
Yes.
blood-colored staff
He
and
showed
caused
the
all
staff.
the vines
The vines disappeared.
and all the trees to die.
Okay, so basically, yes. So all these needle blights, twig blights, things that have been attacking you. Plus, the winery itself has been sort of absorbed by a bunch of vines that have been crawling around and such. And there was also where you were going into, you were trying to discover or try to figure out, I'm not quite sure what you were doing, but you were fascinated by this tree that's called a Gathaias tree that was growing out of this cart. And you went in there and you were going to, like, I guess, maybe fight it or do something, but you decided to leave. You kind of gave up. You weren't quite.
I was trying to get into the house.
Oh,
I was
okay.
super confused.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So all of that stuff when when the staff was snapped, you guys heard a big screeching noise from the staff itself, and you saw all those things sort of like fizzle away. They came sort of gray dust, and so this huge attack, this huge wave of what we would call these needle blights, twig blights, these little things running around, are gone. So yeah, okay. So you're in the room that's where this guy was, and I'm gonna get rid of him. And I'm trying to think who was in there. It was Grutz. So we've got Grutz and W out here, and Lazarus is over here. Vino and Reedy are in the room, and I don't know where Ann is. Ann's over here for some reason.
He was helping Lazarus.
He dealt the final blow.
Okay.
I took the kill.
So you guys that are in the room here, is there anything you want to do?
I'm gonna explore the room.
Okay.
Not the body, yeah.
Honestly, I'm glad we snapped that.
It's just got robes. It's got some teeth, things, painted face, nasty hair, just nasty
Not
looking
yet,
thing.
yeah. I'm gonna ask N for my ring back.
And go ahead.
Yes, it should be on the body.
Oh, okay. I'll look at Drew's body. see if
Okay.
there's-
All right. Yeah, N doesn't have it.
Yeah, but it's on the body. The body has it.
No, W was gonna look at the body.
Oh. I didn't want to tell
Well, I
them.
think they're over on the other side.
Yeah.
So-
The druid that has the ring is the one that has the body.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go over to the druid body and I'm gonna grab my ring out of the pocket.
Okay, the ring is not in the pocket.
Probably on the finger.
Or I'm gonna take the finger.
Okay, your ring is on the finger.
Are we gonna cut the finger off?
No, I'm just gonna take it off.
You're just gonna pull it off?
Yeah.
It's kind of stuck, but you pull it off. Okay.
And I'm gonna put it on my that's funny. It's on my hand.
Okay.
I'll do the.
You're putting it on your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you're who's searching the room? The thing? Okay. So you see right on top there's a piece of paper, and scratched on the paper is this message that reads, "Our guardian of nature's raw power will awaken, and the forest bristle with the promise of ancient magic and unbridled force. His time draws near."
Oh no, they're gonna summon some big creature or something.
You can see it's scratched into it on a piece of paper, and with inks and stuff. The writing is very crude, so it's not like pretty lettering or
You
anything.
know, that reminds me of the giant dream monster we fought. As a map? Yeah.
That's right. Good. You remember that name.
So
I
how
remember
are
Harry
the
Potter.
how are the labels made?
So this is a printing press in here, and you can see there's paper, and you can see that there's plates, and on the plates you can see the labels that they use to print. As you're looking around, mostly all you see is the one line. By the way, I'm going to give this to you. This is the Wizard of Wine's book that I said I had printed, and I didn't have, so I'm sorry. So mostly you see Red Dragon Crush label and that block to print.
Grutz didn't come alive, or you
Are the labels changeable?
Well, it's just a paper that they run through a print and like just manually run through. So these are just the labels themselves. So if you it's kind of like typeset and stuff like that. So, but there's a block that they use. You can see there's like a block with the image, and they put the paper down, smash it, and pick it up and move another. There's not much around there. That's because they're just basically using that stuff. There are some, like you can see there's some letters that are over off to the side. There's like a set of printers, letters, and stuff like that.
Oh, that's why it's one.
So you're gonna change the lettering to say Skyblue Rose,
Yeah.
Okay?
And
And
make a line based off of us.
okay. So there's some pictures. There's some stuff that are like some pictures and stuff, and they're basic pictures of things like.
Skyblue Rose.
So there's a little wizard poem. This line, sweet roll, warm our hearts, and soothe our souls. With each step, let us find the light and banish our worries with its morning.
Okay, perfect. That'll be the motto on our wine. The Skyblue Rose.
That's what they say.
We're going to.
There's
have
not
some-
enough letters to make that whole thing.
I'm gonna convince them then.
Who are you convincing? There's nobody convincing.
Once we go
Grutz.
back and we tell them we
Oh, okay.
did it, that's gonna be our reward.
Okay, all right. You want them to
I
change?
want the jam.
So you want them to change their wine to honor you?
No, you
Make
make a
special
new one.
edition.
A special edition. The Skyblue
Okay.
Rose.
Right.
All right.
They
Okay.
crush blue roses into it.
Oh, okay. All right. You can make that.
Where are they going to get the blue roses?
You can.
Yeah.
They're druids.
Well, they are
They
druids.
just
but
got druid crafted it. There you go.
Okay.
I'll have my unicorn druid craft a bunch of roses everywhere and they have supply.
Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else around there. No. So in the room with you, Vigio, with Reedy, you see Vigio has taken that bird thing. It's about 3.5 feet tall, and put it in the bed and has covered it up. Even though Vigio is kind of in bad shape himself, he's in really bad shape. He's taking care of this. He fluffs a pillow, puts a pillow under his head, and he covers it up with a blanket, and he's kind of making sure it's nice and tight, taken care of. And then he comes over to you, Vigio, and he says, what do we do next?
What the hell are you doing? Well, I don't
Taking
know.
care of this bird. This creature has been hurt.
You're like a baby.
It is a baby. It's hurt. It needs care. What do we do next?
You find one other.
Let's go talk to everybody else.
Okay, yeah, we got to go through the door. You're the hero. You should go first. I don't hear anything going on up there.
That's true, but you're the stalwart sidekick. You should
I'm very hurt. He's looking at you. He's,
so am I.
he's bleeding, and
Oh,
yeah, but
my.
you're not in as bad shape, I don't think. He's in very bad shape.
I'm half dead.
He says, "Look at me,
Yeah,
bleeding out of my mouth and my head, I've been stabbed,
You should go
hit
to
by the water.
How about you go take it
Maybe you can heal her, do something to help me.
No, I'm the weather wizard.
Maybe you can.
I control the weather.
You're a wizard. You should be able to make me feel better.
A weather wizard. It doesn't make you feel better. I
Warm
can
me
make you
up.
warm.
Make me
I can
feel
make it
warmer.
warmer. I can make it colder. I can shoot snow.
Yeah,
off.
make me warmer.
Okay,
Raise my temperature.
I will, sweetie,
Okay.
read with me, he becomes,
Did you say
3
that?
degrees warmer.
Okay. Oh, he says I don't feel thick.
Now you're 30 degrees warmer.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Look,
I'm still
you're a little
I'm,
sweaty now.
I'm still bleeding.
You said make you warmer. I'm a weather wizard.
Please help me.
I can't do anything.
You can't help me.
Let's go talk to others. I'm a weather
I will
wizard.
follow you.
Yes, go through the door.
I'll follow you through the door.
I need you to open the door.
Okay. He's gonna open the door and stand back. Oh, what a hero. Okay.
Hey,
All right. You throw him out into the corner. He's like, oh, ow, oh, oh, you've heard me. He falls and collapses on the ground. He's bleeding. He's like, oh.
Okay, I'm gonna walk out. Well, you're not dead. You're not dead, so that's good. Nothing beating you.
Can't help him at all.
Hello, I'm going with it.
Walk over. and
Okay.
I'll say, hey kid, you don't look so good.
He says, I need help with it. Trying to get read, you can help me. I'm like,
I will well with
look at
it.
me. You can tell he's got like he's bleeding and his head's like bleeding. There's blood all over the ground. He's taking some bad wounds.
The unicorn's gonna come up and heal him.
Ah, here we go. The chicken.
Ah, yes.
He will heal him for 12.
As it heals him, I'm going to pull him up and say, I put a spell upon you and I brought you up.
He says, I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel much better. You can see the wounds closing.
That's a bit of one. That's a bit of one. I'm going to pick it up.
He's feeling much better. He looks better. He's got some color back.
Did they ever say why the druids are after them? Did they directly mention the chat?
He just says, oh, my grandpa, I forgot. We must go down.
Wait, before
We must go down.
Before we do that, do you know exactly what the druids are after? Because it seemed like they're upending.
They want the winery.
Is there any objects under your family's control that would drive the druids to take drastic ones?
The wine, the grapes.
No, not the wine. Maybe an item or a heirloom.
The grapes. They look like they wanted the cart.
Look,
They were poisoning the grape.
Is there a mythical
They wanted the
object?
wine. They want to take the wine away from
Is there
the
a
people.
fucking chest?
Is there a mystical object?
Did you perhaps see a hidden door or something in your family? Somewhere where you might keep
Is there-
stuff?
No, but my grandpa says we need to go to the basement.
Is there an object?
We need to go to the basement.
Alright, let's go to the basement.
Is there an object you know of that your grandpa
He's
is
a
affectionately?
grandson.
He would rub my head affectionately and tell me I was a good
Well, he
grandson.
That is not what I meant. A jewel, a ring.
I don't know if any jewel.
Spell.
I don't know if
He
any
doesn't
jewel.
know. He's an expendable grandson. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're expecting.
I'm not expendable. I'm the future. I'm
That's
going to be running this place now. Thanks to you.
I'll get the video. They said they can always make another.
Is that why you
No, no.
Like,
I'll have to kill my little sister.
don't do
She
that.
can't. Of
Exactly.
course, how will we procreate?
She's a bitch. She's gonna take everything
Yes,
from
she's
you.
going to take everything. I thought about that already.
Well,
Makes me mad.
Don't the male parent? Yeah.
Yeah, I got an older brother. It pisses me off too.
Oh, well,
I know
there
when
you
it's
go.
right in the middle.
Now
I
you're
got
even
an older
more.
brother, a younger sister. I
Now
know
you're
what's
even
going
more.
on. We need to go down to the.
Alright, let's go to the basement.
You need to go to the
Let's
basement.
go to the basement.
All you're doing is making me mad at my grandfather.
Yep.
All right,
He's a
so
master.
Really, we don't need to drive family tensions.
he
That's what
comes up to
we're- that's what
W
we're
and
here
says,
for.
W, you need to go first. You go down the stairs. We need to
Okay.
just run down the stairs.
Okay.
Oh, he points to Grutz. You need to go too.
Okay.
He says, what are you all doing in there?
I killed the leader in there.
He's looking at and the body is laying there. He says, oh God, look at the body. He says, we need to get down to the basement
Kid
quickly.
was one over there too.
He looks at the other. He says, you killed them all.
And there's a bird thing. And there's
You
a
got the
bird
big
thing.
guy.
There's the bird thing.
Yeah.
What bird thing?
The one bird.
Oh, the
Strix.
I
The
put it-
Strix.
Oh, the Strix. Yeah, that's true. It is there. He kind of looks at it and goes, ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah. Let's go to the basement.
Does he have any souls on him?
No, does not. No. All right. Okay. As he says, very quickly, he runs into the room and he opens the windows and he's looking out and he says, everything is gone. It's all gone.
Yeah,
I heard the screeching.
I broke the stick.
You broke the staff.
Yeah.
We were good. Let's get down to the basement.
Okay, let's go.
So he runs down. He says, "You go first."
Okay.
Okay. So what's the marching order?
Grutz, him.
Here's your label.
No, he's not going second.
Well, how the fuck is he supposed to find the basement if he's not there?
He says, "Just go down the stairs.
Okay.
You go down 2 levels." What is it?
That's the
Did you
label.
Well, you need to show it. Put it on camera. Nicely done. Except they don't have a picture of a rose.
They're gonna make one. W's and Rt's.
Mm, okay. Yeah. The closest thing they have is a cow head. That's the closest picture that they have. They don't really have. You can see they had labels for the champagne du stomp and stuff, but those other two labels have not been used, especially champagne du stomp is
And
off to the
asterisk
side.
that says with real blue rose petals.
Oh, okay. So you're ready to
Doesn't add flavor, but adds certain type of fragrance.
certain type of okay. Very
Smells
good.
just like the rose.
A certain kind of okay. All right. Okay. So you guys go running down, and as he's running down, he starts telling you. He says, "Read the ass." He says, "The ravens are the guardians of our winery. That's why I'm taking care of the raven. They are considered, huh?
Out of the garden.
They've been considered symbols of protection for us and wisdom. And here they watch over our vineyards. They ensure that our crops, they are perfect and they thrive. That's how they help to make. Pardon?
They kill the crows.
Well, they kill all the beasts that come to try to. They scared them away. To come to eat them. That come to eat them.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think it worked.
Well, they tried. They have problems. These things are really tough. You guys, you guys, you are very good to have killed all these creatures.
Well, I believe it too, because we had aid from the Ravens back when CoStrahd was attacking the town of Valaki.
The ravens help you?
Yeah, the Ravens helped us against his
The ravens do not like Strahd, he says. Definitely do not like Strahd. That means you do not like him too.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, we caught him.
Huh?
We caught him.
You cocked him?
I'm gonna.
What's cocked him mean?
I'm gonna hold my hand like this and breath and say, the less people who knows about this, the better. Well, it's fine.
What's that mean?
You know, you're too young. Way too you're a little bit older.
Does that mean you hurt him?
No, you'll find out one day.
He fingered his butthole.
Is that who tells him that?
So did you?
Answer that. It was really good.
Visual's like, oh, I stay away from you. I stay away. Which one of you did it? Grutz did it?
No, I did not.
Who's the one with the
I'm gonna
fingers?
show my finger. Do you think?
Oh, they're too big.
Yeah, they're big.
That would hurt.
His fingers.
His fingers are thinner.
Yeah.
White.
He actually got it.
He seems like the type.
Yeah.
All right.
Smell him.
No, I don't want to. What is going on, guys? All right. Okay. All right. Nasty. Okay. So yeah, it's bad news. Okay. So he takes you down. You just go down a couple of flights of stairs. So this is where you go down the stairs. There's a door down at the bottom of the stairs to your left, and you open the door, and inside you will see. There's ancient, thick oak beams that are supporting the structure. The ceiling of the room rises to about 10 feet high, so pretty good size. The space is divided into two sections for storing wine, each featuring towering 8-foot-tall wine racks. So there's a bunch of racks. At various spots around the room, you can see the stone ground is broken as you start to move out and expand. Now, you guys have any lights? It's dark down there. There's small lanterns that are down there. They are there's several lanterns. They're kind of blinking, and they've got a low sort of yellowish light that's coming out of them.
Can I pick one of the lanterns off of the wherever it's being held at?
They're not on the walls. They're actually sort of down on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna pick
And you can see as you're going to go to pick one up. Okay, so as you go to pick it up, you can see that the ground has been broken and there's a hole that's dug next to it. And there's like a pickaxe there. There's some pickaxes and stuff. And you can see dirt piled next to it. You pick the lantern up, and the lantern's kind of on its side. And as you pick it up, it kind of glows a little better because the oil that was in the lamp was kind of burned. And because it was tilted on its side, it was starting to run low. So as you straighten up the lantern, it glows better. What are you guys looking at? Are you still working on your label?
I was looking at the spell.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't
I'm
sure.
gonna turn the video. Is your family digging out something? Have your family digging out something, or is this a
It's just, I don't know what's going on. this I come down here, but these holes, these are new.
I'm gonna check out holes. So it really seems like they're looking for something here or in your house.
Yeah, he says, I don't know what's going on.
Do I smell anything weird?
You can smell.
Maybe they're using it as a toilet.
So you can smell some like wine, and on the ground, as you see the light, you can see some shining over by the racks, and you can see some bottles that have been thrown on the ground. And now you can see that there are more holes. The holes are intermittently all over the place and sort of dug.
Maybe there's not much of a passage.
And Vigio says, somebody has been terrorizing this area. They have been like digging.
Maybe you guys have
This is where we keep extra wine.
maybe there's a secret passage in the Triumph. Do you know where your relative who's currently in Milwaukee, the bar owner?
Erwin.
Erwin. Do you know where he was supposed to be guarding when he was off frolicking and he got in trouble?
I don't know the specifics.
You know what?
You could ask my
In the
grandpa.
water in, there was like a hidden thing in one of the big barrels. Maybe this place has a secret barrel.
Secret barrel?
Yeah. There's one in the blue water in.
Is there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I
I haven't been there.
hidden
I don't get to go inside. I get to deliver.
Like a fake bag.
I'm too young yet. That my brother and our father, they deliver the wines. I still have to stay. I'm pretty soon get to go do deliveries. Now, especially that we have saved the winery.
So where does your family name come from? The wizard of wine.
Grandpa can probably explain more, but supposedly it comes from I understand is the winery was started by a group of wizards long ago, and but they were kind of like him. Points at Reedy, not too good at things. Not too good at everything. Well, you're good at the weather, but you're not good at healing people. So he says, they couldn't, so they couldn't grow wine very well. So they passed the wine wizards.
I'm wine wizards if they can't grow wine.
So as you're standing there talking, you can see on the walls there's some scratching, and Vigio's kind of looking at it too. He's kind of like, what does that say?
Read it.
Okay. So you can see there's like different messages. You can see he will rise scratched into some of the surfaces.
Maybe it's a ritual.
You see this word, winter splinter. It's written several times all over the place.
It doesn't have the same, it doesn't evoke the same kind of fear as Braff does. Maybe it's like Hell Hydra, where you hell and just like-
So as you're walking, he says there is a door over here, and he walks you to the center area, and you can see back around here in this area. There is a door that's right here. He says, I've never gone through this door. Door's locked.
That's the door. You guys, that's still locked.
Is locked. It's supposed to be locked. Where in that lock? Where is it?
Well, what's the kind of lock on it?
So it's a lock that has a key.
The only problem is, if the druids use magic, I can't see why they can't get through the door. Well, they might not be able to learn not. Makes me wonder if maybe there's something magical about the door. So any one of us have detect magic?
I haven't identified.
You have not.
Vigio says, I'm not allowed in there.
That's okay.
All I have is inspect.
We go where we please.
He's looking on this side. You see him kind of looking in. He picks up one of the lanterns and he's looking at
All right, identifying.
oh my gosh, there are holes everywhere over on this side too. They've been digging everywhere and throwing bottles all over, wasting the wines.
Do you have some magic? No. We're alive. Sorry, you don't detect magic?
What else are you guys doing? Anything?
I guess
I
I know.
tried to pick the lock.
Okay.
The 2.
Okay. As you start to play around with it, the door just kind of comes ajar.
Jesus
I
Christ.
did it! I picked it, you guys.
What?
You didn't hear anything click or anything.
I thought we checked if it was open.
I'm open.
Yeah, we checked if it was open.
No, you didn't check.
I'm opening it.
You were worried about it. You thought it might
No,
have
I thought
magic.
we said it's a door lock, and he said it was locked.
I said the door, it looked locked. Sorry.
I'm opening it.
Okay, so the door swings open.
What do I see?
You see a ramp that goes down.
Let's slow down.
There's a passageway that leads down. It's like hewn with rock. Everybody roll. Roll 20.
18.
5 and an 8.
12.
12. There's only one of you. Lazarus, you can hear some talking down below, and it sounds like a conversation. It sounds like a stern conversation. You can hear, "Where's the gem?" And it's kind of a familiar voice to you, and you can't quite put it. You can't quite figure out, place it. Who took it? Then you hear another voice. I have no idea what you are talking about. And then you hear that other voice. Time to tell.
I'm gonna say there's someone down there. And they're trying to find. They're talking about whether or not the chat is here.
Vizio says we're not supposed to go in here.
Yeah, dude. I think they're your family member.
You can see he's visibly scared.
It's clearly him asking the other member where it is. He might be holding him hostage. I don't know.
I say we just bust in.
We're
I'm
busting.
busting
We're
in.
going down.
Are you saying that to the group?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's saying I'm busted? I say we busted. W or N? Okay.
Grutz is gonna say as well.
Okay.
Oh man, actually. I'm gonna ask Vizio to do it. Did all of your family
His
members?
name is Vizio. I think it's funny you call it Vizio because Vizio is a software effect.
Yeah.
Go ahead. It's a
Vizio.
draw effect.
Vizio.
That's okay, Vizio. Yeah, it's
I won't be
okay.
able to say crap.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I just wanted to point that out.
I'm gonna say, did all of your family members make it out?
He's looking at you.
Winery?
No.
Who said he was still left?
The traitor among you.
He says, we tried, but two of my brothers did not make it. Elvir.
Oh, well, now you can.
One of them betrayed you.
Elvir and Elmir, they did not make it. No, they fought with us.
No, they betrayed you.
No, they would not do that.
No,
One of them
not
They
do that.
could be forced to look for the town.
Would not do that.
betrayed you.
We should first go down there.
They give you
He
away.
says, that did not sound like either.
Grutz is doing it.
Oh,
Well, now we know. Well, now we know.
I did. Fortunately, I did.
Alright, so it didn't sound either. Okay, so
Did not sound like either.
Alright, then we go down there and we bust them head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe catch one of them as a hostage and figure out what they do.
We shall destroy
We'll
them.
only break one ball.
So as you're walking down here, you hear a voice that says, this wine, sweet and bold, warm our hearts and soothe our souls. So the passage starts to fill with a blinding green light. It's a glow, and then this thick mist that fills the area. Ooh, what was that? Is that Mom? She's message. Got a massage. You enter into a large room, and there are luminous tendrils of mist coiling around you, and they vanish as you cast a glimpse of a leather-bound figure with an accompanying individual who dissolve into nothingness. Roll again for me.
I don't
Oh,
know.
that's different math.
A 3 and a
16.
Again, 17.
Okay. You weren't there. You don't know. You don't recognize. Who rolled 19?
13.
Oh.
Okay. Who rolled a 19?
30.
Okay, W. W, Grutz, and Lazarus. You just barely see the figures go away. You see a leather-clad figure with long flowing hair, and you seem to recognize Rahadin.
I knew it. Start right now. He doesn't know. He hasn't seen it. Lazarus hasn't seen it.
On the ground, you see a fading circle of runes and symbols. It's a glow. It's diminishing at an alarming rate.
I know. I'm
There's
gonna
a
run
glow
out.
on the ground, and it's starting to diminish.
Where's the thing, sir? Where's the page in there? Where's the page in there? The document. The document. The wine document. Yeah. I'm gonna go after it. I'm gonna say, guys, get on! I know the password! I'm gonna say, let this wine be beautiful, warm our hearts to their soul. But he said, let us find the light and banish our words.
So you're saying that?
Yeah,
You're is it? Whoa! Wait a minute. Hold on. You
You
better talk. I just want to
He
talk.
shouted, Ryan's still there. No.
No, he's gone.
He disappeared. I shouted for him to get on before the magic phase.
Do you get on?
Yes.
You guys all get on?
Let this wine be
Vizio's standing back.
Let this wine be
Goodbye, little
warm our
lad.
hearts to their soul. But if you see it, let's find the light and banish our worries with this mud.
Okay.
Does something happen?
Good.
All of a sudden, there's a green surrounding glow that absorbs you, and you guys feel yourselves transporting, and it's a blinding light that like makes you sick, and you wake, the light around you comes up and dies down, and you find yourself in another room, and there's it's all dark.
Woo! Secret. Why the lantern?
The lantern didn't come with you.
Even though I was holding it?
All right, so you can see a little bit. It's very dark. It smells very damp, and you can tell that around you, as you hold the light up, you start to see what looks like racks and bottles. You can see the listing of some bottles.
Because I heard the guy say something like, you know, I can see darkness either way.
Okay, so you can see a bunch of racks around you, and it's up to you. What do you want to do? The ground below you is green and glowing, and it's starting to fade.
So we can either go back, or we can do what we want to do here. We said there to go.
Well, we're all low. We don't know where we're at.
Maybe we can do a short rest.
Yeah.
The magic might be around.
So, if we know what days are remaining, we'll go back.
I don't know how that
What
works.
if you just said it again? Maybe it'll do that.
Maybe it'll go again. So what do you want to say? Here, or do you want to go back? You want to rest? You want to rest here or rest there? Let's just rest
The
here.
walls around you are glistening. It's very large. You can see that the walls are made out of stone, large stones, dark gray stones.
I'm gonna grab one of
Almost
those
black.
racks.
On a rack, you see there's wine, there's bottles.
Do you want to recognize that Stone stays in Castle Ravenloft? No, this is clearly the winery. Why would they have a code that leads to the Why would
you want one?
It's code the code that the winery makers have.
It's up to you.
We'll say.
What does the wine look like? Is it the Wizard of the Wine?
The one who pulled it out,
Me?
roll the dice, and roll a 6-sided die.
Oh!
It's a dragon crush.
Oh!
It's very musty and very dirty. So as you step on cobwebs and stuff, you're gonna pull the cork off. Okay, you can uncork it. You can give it a smell.
Smell like what?
It smells sort of vinegary. You give it a taste. It smells very pungent, very sour. Okay, pour it on the ground.
For the homies.
Okay.
I'm gonna plug it back up.
Did you pour it all out?
Yeah.
You're plugging it back up. What are you gonna? You got a bottle. That's very nice of you. That's very courteous. Okay. Okay.
Is it a large cellar and is it filled?
As you're looking around, are you going to start? You got one light.
Let's try to look around.
You start to look around. It is a very large area. It's very moist. There's 4 racks, whereas the winemaker, when you were down there, had 2. There's 4 racks. The racks have various bottles around it, but you also see now casks, barrels.
I look up.
You look up and you see the ceiling.
What's it made of?
You see the ceiling and you see lots of cobwebs on the ceiling.
What's it made of?
Cobwebs.
This is not dirt or
Oh,
wood.
the ceiling, oh, okay, you mean, okay, it's stone. It's also stone.
Okay. Well,
This stone resembles Castle Ravenloft stone. They keep different cuts.
Do you want to roll? You talked about it. It's up to you to roll.
19.
It looks pretty similar to you.
While we're all here, and they're all looking around, I'm just going to cast for healing on everyone.
See, it's pretty similar.
For 19 points.
Ah, really good.
If you didn't know better, you'd say
I say we
That
have.
is Castle Ravenloft.
that you think you're in Castle Ravenloft.
Alright, let's go. I'm gonna go up to the left. Let this wine, maybe on.
Yeah.
Let this wine to blow over my hearts to this whole. Let this wine to life, we're all weak.
I like how you heal all of us. When we're not here, we'll be here healing.
Nothing happens.
Like, what's up here?
No, I'm just
Hey,
kidding.
everybody!
Suddenly, the green starts to increase. The green increases. There's a blinding light. There's some swirling of mist. It seems like it pulls you around, and suddenly the blinding light dissipates, and you find yourself back in the area and looking at you and staring at you, and then starting backwards is Vigio.
Did you know
He looks at you. Where did you go?
Shame on you, young man!
Address?
Yeah,
How'd
I
you know?
recognize it. The stones and stuff.
Yeah, you know, and your family dealing with
No
great
wonder I was not allowed in here. Holy crap.
Yeah, we
You must have shit your pants.
Yeah, we're tired. We can't fucking deal with everything
Do
there.
we look like we should have had?
I wouldn't.
But, I mean, it looks like blood. Video, what we did find.
We were living in
What
shit.
we did find video was a back entrance into a
Yeah, we'll be returning one day. Thank you!
Use it.
Yeah, why would you?
I'm just gonna erase it.
No! Why would you? We can see you in the castle.
The runes and stuff are carved into the stone into the ground.
It probably is a convenient way for them to
Well, then W is going to pour salt around the circle.
It seems weird that we're maybe
Do you have salt?
Yeah.
It's a lot of salt.
How
How much salt do you have? Do you know? I mean, it's a big circle. It was it's a circle. It's a circle. It's like 5 feet across.
And herbs and salt.
blood.
Okay.
I have a question, Drew. In Vampire's movie, would you see Dracula have Druid wine?
They used to appear human.
So
They
What did they give you?
wine. It's working. Yeah.
But they like to fire things in life as guests.
You don't seem to remember, but specifically I said when you were dining with him, they had you guys had goblets that were like hard and stuff, but they had glass
Yeah.
because like he's saying they were much more refined and it was thicker and it was
Did you drink blood?
Jimmy?
No, just now. The wine, but they're actually
Yeah, I probably old wine. It's probably old wine.
I don't know if I have a lot of salt.
I mean, it's a big it's a big enough circle that you all got into it. You were outside of it, but still, it encompasses a fairly large site. I mean, you can try. I mean, how much salt did you have? I mean, do you have a couple salt packets, or do you have like a bag of salt? Do you have a bag of salt?
What's that?
You can do that if you want. You can make it go away. Yeah, you can do that if you want. I mean, if you have a bag, you can sprinkle it around. Okay. Yeah. Vigio's watching you. He's looking at you. He says, "What does that do?"
Keeps evil away.
Does it? Really?
You should put some garlic in here too.
Garlic. Why?
Vampires don't like garlic.
I don't like that.
Do you think he uses this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess so. They were in here.
We just saw his butler.
Is that who that was?
Right hand man. Yeah.
He said the wine toast.
Yeah.
And that's what you said too.
Yeah.
That made it
That's
go.
the password.
And you left.
Yeah.
And how'd you get back?
I said the same thing.
Good thing it works both ways.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah. Here's why it works both ways. DM wasn't ready. I was not prepared for you to do that. However, we would have had an early night. I was going to go ahead if you guys were going to go there.
I really want to set a shitty rope trap to where if they trigger it, a bottle
Sure.
of water.
Sure.
Sure, what did they say in a different spot? How did they say spot or not?
Sure.
No, going up the ramp, right? They did it. It's
It's just like Home Alone. It's like Home Alone.
What do you guys think of Kevin McAllister?
Yeah.
What the fuck the monkey face on his family?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
and then I slapped this on there. Like, haha.
But then what if one of the family members go down there? They fucking get the trap.
Yeah.
Then that's all good.
Or
That's their seller.
I'm doing it. I'm hooking it up. I'm triggering it up.
So while you're doing that, you have the opportunity to look around. In the room. Okay, you can see a solitary stone pedestal. It stands just to the other side of the room, crowned by a finely sculpted statue of a fey figure. Its hands are outstretched as if holding on to something.
I'm gonna touch where its hands are open. See if I can grab something.
There's the hands are empty. The rest of the room is empty. But it looks like it may have held something.
Pour wine in. Pour wine in.
Vijay says, what is that?
I'm gonna put my nicely cut dark green stone on there.
Okay, you have a emerald or something?
Yeah, that's all.
It was something out of the tower.
That's fine. Sure. You're just gonna do that instead of trying to see if it's worth anything. Or
That's fine. I would keep it.
No,
it's okay.
I'm gonna trick them. Maybe they'll think it's the stone.
Well, I mean, that's the stuff from the tower. I think one was supposed to be the tower. Why not keep the natural one to the channel?
Well, then I'll give it to someone else then.
Why do you throw wine in it? Which is what I think it needs to be.
Okay.
Wait, so
It's
when was the
like
wine?
this. So it's not like this, not like it's holding it.
It's
cut.
Are you supposed to pour
I
wine?
think it's
No, it's supposed to hold the channel. It's a statue to the face of the channel.
Yeah, the gem is
Yeah,
supposed
but
to
They like wine.
we can put it in test feed.
They
Yeah, we
do.
can test it.
You can hold it up.
You can put the wine bottle in there if you want.
We'll put the gem in. We can always take it out. It's fine for
You
me.
can hold a wine bottle however you want. Doesn't matter how stupid you are.
She's putting the gem in it. Right, Sarah?
Yeah, we'll see if it does one.
Let's see if it does.
You put the gem in it, and it stays there.
It's probably
It
just had a
sits
small-
in there.
Ah,
It's
you
really
did that
good.
there.
I'm gonna pick it up.
You're gonna pick the gem?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I wasn't sure. Yeah, because you could pick the pedestal up for all you try. Okay.
Maybe it's supposed to cup it like, you know how like cup for water?
That's why I said wine.
Or some holy water in there.
Not really. It's
Hang on. Are the fingers
It's not
colored?
the same thing. I
Are
don't
the
know.
Are they
fingers-
purple? Red? Stained?
Is there an old vintage of wine?
No.
No. Okay.
It's
Never mind.
a
Don't pour wine in.
statue.
Don't pour wine in.
I think it's supposed to hold the gem, guys.
You can put the gem there. It didn't work.
Yeah, because it's not the gem.
I don't even think it
It
was.
was just your
What's
shitty
it? So if you
stone.
put the gem in it, what's it gonna do? Was it gonna start dancing? What do you mean?
Well, here's the thing I don't understand. Why did they keep the gem here? Like right where bought in, and that is going to be coming in and out. It doesn't make sense.
It's not in the hands.
That's why it's in the hands.
Maybe they didn't know there
Yeah.
was teleportation.
So obviously they must have moved the location of the gem. So it wouldn't be down here because down here it's when brought in and CoStrahd's lackey would be coming in and out. Or it's in that place because it's right under the nose. It's a statue of a fucking cave creature. It could not be that statue to be in another place in the room. No, I think it's probably in one of the rooms. Or is it? I'm gonna go back to the Grandma's room. I want to check the statue. So I'm gonna mimic the pose of the statue in front of it.
You're gonna do the.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that stone and Grutz's hand.
Okay, you're gonna put the stone in your hand, and you stand there, and the statue it doesn't do anything.
It looks like you.
Yeah, it's not even looking at it. It's a statue.
Should it be inside the statue?
I don't think the statue has any.
What else is in the room? What does it have?
Nothing.
Upstairs. There's nothing else in the room.
Okay.
Well, they're doing that. I'm gonna go upstairs and look at the holes that everyone's been digging in.
Okay, so you are gonna go upstairs. You're gonna look at the holes. Roll a 20 for me.
I'm just saying the third.
That's too late. No, you can go ahead and roll. What the hell? Roll.
14.
14.
14.
You rolled 14? Okay, you're going upstairs. What's Reedy doing? What's W doing? W's going upstairs too?
Are you gonna look at the
Oh,
holes?
W's setting a trap. He's setting the paint bucket
Yeah.
trap.
With the holy water.
How's he gonna get it to hold up there so that it doesn't swing, so that it,
He's
something?
gonna take some of this
It's got a
slime
hanger, or-
and he's gonna freaking slide it.
How's that gonna keep it up there? Okay, all right, I'm not gonna. The physics don't make sense. What's Reedy doing?
What was everybody doing again?
Well, you've got some people, everybody's leaving except W's down there on the ramp, trying to rig a bottle so it swings down and hits people.
This is gonna be on the holes.
Okay, roll for it. 10. Okay, I need you two to re-roll.
11.
Okay. As you're, so is it Ann that's looking?
Yeah.
Ann is looking through the holes. As you're looking through the holes, you discover in
Goblin.
one of them
Goblin.
Little hobgoblin. Little guy.
I discovered a
A coin.
Hey, it's a coin like the one I have.
ooh.
You put the coin in the hand.
I think that's the wrong one.
Put the coin in the hand.
Sorry.
Offer them the
I
money.
think so. I think, yeah, I want to make sure. I think, do you still have your coin?
This does.
I do. I never use it. Yeah, but you have like your physical.
Here we go.
I don't know.
Thank you, Michael. Here's a coin. It's in the dirt, dug into the dirt, kind of fairly low. As you're digging around into the dirt, you were thinking maybe you would look into the dirt and see if there was just, if they were putting something, maybe they were planting something. This coin comes out and it's very old. It's got a lot of dirt on it and stuff like that. And you push and brush it away.
I got a coin, you guys.
Yeah, it's like my coin, which you see in this little time bit.
Put it away.
But it might be something else. You need to identify.
Yeah. we use that.
Okay, I'll
Read what the other identify on the coin.
You got an identify?
Yes, read what the other identify.
Okay.
It's one of the few non-weather they take it. There you take it.
Okay. I need you to roll a d8.
All higher low.
It doesn't matter. No, not you.
There, only 8.
3.
7.
Okay. You, so let's see, it's Reedy that's looking, you look at the image and you can see what it's not on that coin, but it looks like it's a snake. And it has like a fang, a large fang and a vial. And you realize that there's a benefit of healing with this coin.
This is a token of healing.
You will receive an additional die effect. You consume an immediate action, and you can choose either to cast Mass Cure Wounds or Heal.
Look at that. A token of healing.
That's really good.
Once it's consumed, it is gone.
What is consumed? It's not forever. This is a one-time use. Don't fuck it up.
I won't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
So that's Cure Mass Wounds, which is huge because I believe that will cure.
Yeah, that one's.
That affects like up to 6 people, I
It's
believe.
6. Yeah, I have a.
Now, I don't know what the heal does. I think the heal gets rid of diseases. You might want to take a look at that. Poisons and things like that. So it'll depend on when and how, or whatever you want to use with it.
Oh, it regains 70 hit points.
Heal?
Yeah, it also ends blindness, deafness, and any diseases.
Okay, so it does that for you, or how many people?
Just one person.
Okay, so that's, yeah, the difference being if you
Wait,
want
is
to,
it mass heal?
No, heal. There's mass.
just
It
heal.
can either do
Yeah.
mass cure wounds or heal. Mass cure wounds will heal 6 creatures up to 3d8 hit points.
so it just depends on the situation.
Yes.
Okay.
Who you use it for?
Very
So Reedy can tell you that the coin is extremely old. It's like, these are like coins of lore.
This is old. Older than us.
Yeah, very much older, like
Older
older,
than 80
older
years
than
old.
dirt.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, older than dirt. Okay,
This is older than
and these are unique coins, and he knows from his magic background.
Magic.
What's the word? Arcana. That these coins are kind of like they're kind of like legendary.
This is a legendary token of healing.
Very nicely done. So they're very, very rare.
I'm
And
sure that's what we were doing for.
Is there a picture of Chuck E. Cheese on it?
even up, yeah, Chucky, the old mouse.
Charles
Great one.
Cheddar.
And he says the coin itself is probably worth a lot of money, even if you didn't want to use it for the effect that it can provide. Okay?
Awesome.
Okay. Good. Very good. Good job. Sometimes things happen so quickly. Richard, you did say you were going to look at the holes and stuff, and then we, everything's happened so quickly.
I have
So.
one. Makes sense.
Okay.
Now it makes sense to get it.
So as you're going up the stairs, you can smell you're going back up, you can smell some burning going on.
Okay, I'm gonna run to.
Can't blame me. I would like the house on fire like I wanted to.
Okay, go ahead. What were you saying?
Can I only smell it? Or
You just smell it as you come up to the first floor.
I'm gonna try to run to the source.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 20. As you're running around the area,
Are you saying
I
yes
got
to
nat
the
one.
ring?
a nat 1.
God,
Okay.
it. God.
So we're gonna,
No, is that one for combat?
no, they have it for just regular stuff.
Oh my god. They have it for regular stuff.
Yeah, there's critical and then there's regular. Okay.
Running, it's running right on it. I think ends moves you how to do this.
Okay. You're gonna fall down.
See, that's not bad. And now, do you have a broken
There's no. It says nothing in terms of like pain. So you actually came away with probably the most benign of the rolls possible.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Okay. So what do you do?
When I get back
You were
out-
so excited.
Yeah.
You get back up. Okay. Which way are you gonna run? So I can go back to the first floor if you want. Wow. Listen to you. So you come up from the stairs over here. So you've got the vats. You can come up through here. You can go into where the vats are, or you can go out a door to the side here if you want. You can't quite tell. What did you rolled a 1? Yeah. So you can't quite tell where it's coming from. You're not sure if it's inside,
I
outside,
am going
second
to-
floor, first floor.
I'm gonna exit the building.
Okay. So you're going to take this door immediately to your left as you come up the stairs. So you come outside and you're immediately looking at what looks to be like a little shed, but it's kind of like obviously the toilet, the bathroom.
Yeah.
But you can smell now smoke, and you can tell it's outside.
Okay. Can I see like a smoke trail in this guy?
You can tell it's very close.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, it's getting dark, so you can see some light, and it's coming like basically from the front.
I'm gonna head over to the light.
Okay, as you come around the corner to look, you can see a small pile, and you can see around it is a couple of people. You can see Davian, you recognize him. You recognize Dag, and you recognize a woman and a man. And there's a small pile burning. And you can see like smoke, and they're standing around looking at it, and they're kind of like kindling it.
Oh, I thought fire was dangerous to use around this part.
So Davian looks and sees you come out. He says, "You've obviously done well." He says, "This controlled fire is us." He says,
What are you
"Come."
burning?
He says, "We came in, and after we heard the screaming of high-pitched screaming, and all of the beasts, they dissipated. We came in and we saw bodies. We brought the bodies out and we burned them immediately.
Okay.
These are the druids that you killed.
Yep.
Their bodies. We want them immediately destroyed."
We also made an interesting discovery. Apparently, Ravenloft was in your house looking for a champ.
Ravenloft? You mean the chamberlain for CoStrahd?
Yes.
He's in the house?
He was, but then he
He's
left.
in the winery?
Yes, he was exploring the winery, but then he left.
Was he part of these peoples?
Yes, I believe so.
He's in cahoots with these druids.
I think him and the druid were looking for a champ in your abode.
Why do you say that?
Because we overheard them talking, and even the chamberlain, Rodden was mentioned looking for a champ.
He's looking around. You see, amongst the group, you can see a younger woman. She's got a curl hair. She's all dressed in leather, unlike the others who are just in regular clothing and such. She's got leather on. She's got like a cape. It's a purplish cape. She's got a strand of hair coming down. Her hair's pulled back. She's got a strand of hair coming down that's purple. She has a short sword.
Oh, it's a sorry one.
So she comes over to Davian, and she sort of mumbles to him, and he says, Lazarus,
Yes.
let me introduce you to Muriel Upshaw. He says, she is part of our group. She knows of you.
Okay.
She knows of you and your party. And she says you have cleared the winery
Yes, we have.
and the vineyard for us. Says I bow my head to you. Thank you in praise. Thank you very much for your work. Where is Vizio? Where is the group?
He is downstairs with the rest of my group. We're currently clearing out. We're going room by room to make sure there isn't anyone left or hiding in the building.
You went downstairs to the basement?
Yes.
He went with you.
Yes. That is where
You
we
went with him.
Yes, that is where we found Ravenloft.
Found Ravenloft down in the basement.
Yes. He was down in the basement. And there are also looks like they're using pickaxes to break parts of the basement as well.
He looks at Muriel. She looks over at you. She says, Lazarus, she says, did you see anything in the holes?
No. My compatriots were looking around at the time. I went upstairs because I smelled something that smelled like fire going on.
Our fire.
Yes.
She kind of looks at Davy and she says, what do you think? And Davian's looking at her. He says, I think I need to talk to all of them.
Yeah.
And Muriel says, I agree. Yes, that would be fair. And he says, the fire is going. He says, I want to go into the winery.
Okay.
I want to go into the house. He says, I first want to go this side. So he's going over to the side where the cart is, and Muriel's going with him and you. Okay. Muriel looks like she's about 30. She looks like she's somewhere around 30. So she's rather younger looking. She actually looks almost childlike. She's almost like young, really younger looking. But she's light on her feet, and you can tell she's like, she's kind of like cheerful. Versus all the rest of these people that you've seen who are just miserable people, especially Davian. She seems to like, when she looked at you, she smiled. So she seems to be, much more friendly. So she kind of walks up to you as Davian's walking around, and she says, "The Cathias staff, you broke it?"
No, my compatriot Grutz broke it. Very fitting for his name.
Yes. And how did you know to break it?
Well, the old man told us.
Davian says, "Yes, I told them." She says, "Oh, and you followed his instruction.
Yeah,
Very smart of you. Very good."
Very smart indeed. We're almost overwhelmed by a swarm of the blights.
She's walking with you and kind of going up with the cart. And she looks at you. She says, "You're Barovian.
Yes.
I know of you. Have you seen me?"
I think, did you leave a carriage out by a tower?
No.
No, okay.
That's not me.
Okay, different person.
You're thinking of someone else. She says, "I think I know who you're thinking of." Good try. She says, "I have actually seen you, though. I've seen you around, yes, around the lands. And you are now with this group?"
Yes. I originally was going to take part in the Blue Roses mission, but they basically fell to CoStrahd, and most of them got turned into vampires. And so instead, I came to try out with the White Rose.
I saw you in Valaki.
Then you saw the Skyblue Rose.
At that time, I did not know you were with this group. I did see you. She says, "I saw you, and I saw some of your actions." She says, "You are of a magic.
Yes, I am.
You have powerful magic. I've seen that.
That is true.
I saw you on the roof, firing shots
Yes.
at skeletal warriors.
She looks like she's a Vistani, right?
You might think she's Vistani, but she's wearing leather that is more like a she's not. It's not bright colors or anything like that.
Okay. I'm gonna ask her. What about you? What do you do as a living around Barovia? Are you an adventurer too, or?
She says, "No, not really. I am part of this group. I'm with Davian, the Mardikovs. I'm working with them. I'm not of the family, but I work with them.
Are you like a messenger, delivery?
Yeah, you could say that. Something like that. Yeah. She says, I'm a spy.
I imagine so. I imagine there's a lot of things that you can learn from birds, like ravens, perhaps.
Ah, she says, you're getting smart. She said, there's a lot of people that know what you've been doing. Let me just say that. You're doing good. She says, I'm surprised at you, but not your compatriots.
Why are you surprised about me?
She says, you have a longer history
Yes.
than your compatriots. She's kind of smiling at you. She says, I know where you're from. Longer than my age. She says, I know you're from the old country here.
Yes.
You're from the country here. She says, I can tell. You're from an area that doesn't exist anymore.
That is true indeed.
She kind of winks at you. So now you've gotten to the cart, and she's just kind of going, I'm a good spy, aren't I?
You are. Yeah.
No kidding, huh?
Yeah.
She goes,
Well, I would prefer not to mention this to anyone.
spy knows when to stop, speak and when not to speak. So you guys walk over, and you can see the Guthias tree that was so of interest to you it's shriveled quite a bit. It's still there, but it's like losing, and below it is just a whole bunch of blood that is coming out of it and just like seeping into the ground. And heavy metal. And Davian is like looking at the mess, and he's just like he can hear him cursing. He's like, what are we going to do with all of this? We've got to clean this up. We've got to make this work. He turns back to you and he says, what are your friends doing? We need to find them.
They are probably in the basement.
I need to go down now. We need to go, Muriel. We need to see them. So he's going to gather her, and he's going to say, he's looking at you. He says, you look fine. You don't look worse for wear.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I mean, we were rough around the edges earlier, but we have good companions who know how to heal a few broken bones here and there.
Ah, so you have magics to heal.
Yes.
We do not have. Of course, you've healed part of my family. He says, I need to gather you all and talk to you. I think I owe you some information. So he walks in through the front door, and he's looking around, and he sees, he's talking, he says, is Vigio down the stairs with your friends?
Yes, he is.
Okay. He says, so Muriel says, I'll go down and get them, but I need him to go with me. They won't know who I am. And Davian says, yes, go ahead, you all. We are cleaning up this area. We cleaned up enough with the bodies. I'm not worried about everything else, but we cleaned the top area, and so we need to gather. We'll gather and perhaps hear what you did, and then we can talk more.
All right.
Okay?
I'm going to lead Muriel?
Muriel.
Yeah, I'm going to lead Muriel down to the basement.
Okay.
Where the rest of the party is.
So as you're walking down, she's going to say to you, you and your team and your group, you went to the castle.
Yes, we dined with CoStrahd for a night.
What's that like?
Well, I already knew a bit about CoStrahd beforehand, but for the rest of my party, I could feel that they were feeling sort of almost swayed by his words. You could say.
Did he feed you?
Yes, he fed us.
Did he attack you?
No, he did not.
How did you keep yourself from attacking him?
Patience. I lived a long time. I know more than anyone
He
else.
just showed up there to eat dinner?
Nope, he sent a carriage out.
Oh, he brought you.
Yes.
He's a clever one.
Yep. And CoStrahd's the type of person who wouldn't attack visitor or guest as long as they follow his rules.
Yes, he is nobility after all.
Yeah.
All right.
Even a dead man will live by the rules you have in his living.
I wondered why you went there. And what did you come away with?
Oh, well, that's something I'm not privy to share.
You did come away with something, though.
Yes.
Interesting.
I think it's
Is it something that could be used against him? After all, I can tell, and I know, you and your group, you don't like him.
Perhaps not. Depends on. You see, I don't trust you quite yet.
Fair enough. Sure, I get it.
So any information you get from me may or may not be true.
You know, that's fair. I need to earn your respect. She says, you've earned mine, and I'm going to do, first of all, everything I can to help you to understand what's going on here. So, if I do that, maybe that helps me in your eyes.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So as you guys get down, you get down to the area down in the basement. You get down there, and so you guys can hear steps coming down to the basement area. And Lazarus shows up, and he's got with him a young lady. Let me make sure I do this right.
She hot?
He's
You tell
actually
me.
pretty good looking.
Yeah, but I want a picture. I'm waiting for it.
I want to meet you.
Already attracted to weather wizards. Oh, never mind. Ooh, undercut. Ooh,
It's her hair. She's half shaved.
I hate that. Nothing worse than that.
Okay.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you can see she's got sort of a bluish kind of
She has more
purplish.
than I do. Russ is.
What? Yeah. So you see Lazarus show up with this fairly smaller, fairly attractive young woman.
Oh, I'm tracking over you.
Well, she's got big blue eyes, and so she looks at you all and she
They got
says,
your hair.
"Are you going to introduce me?"
Yeah. All right, guys. This is Muriel. She's a helper to the Markov family.
That's pretty good for you.
Yeah, I know. That's
Yeah,
great, right?
yeah.
I do represent Muriel.
She says,
I'm the leader.
You're Grutz. I know you. You're Grutz. She shakes your hand. My name is Muriel Angel. She goes over to Anne. She says, "You're Anne. I already know you." She says, "I don't even need you to take off your helmet." She looks at you and she says, "You're new, but I've seen you before too."
Yeah, I was part of the Blue Rose.
She says,
And
"You're
I'm
much,
the Blue Rose.
you're much cleaner than the other one was. He was a little one and he was dirty.
What are you talking about?
Jimmy.
What are you talking about?
That other little one,
He's talking about Jimmy.
little guy.
What little
He
guy?
was like big and wide."
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was King Ruben after the both right.
Well, I was expecting that, but she says, "I like you better."
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but I'm
She's kind of looking at. She comes up to you and she got your glasses. She goes, she fogs up your eyes.
Very
She says-
rude.
She says, that could be a problem, folks.
But, yeah.
Especially to a wizard, a sorcerer.
They're reading glasses.
Oh, then why do you wear them all the time? They're reading glasses. Why would you read them all the time? You're not reading stuff.
I'm farsighted.
She says, "And where's W?" She said, then she stops. Just look at the walls. What is all this? She starts reading the walls, and you can hear her, and she's saying, "Oh my God." She reads, "Winter Splendor."
Oh.
Don't read it out loud.
She says,
We already went there.
the spirit arrives. She says, "Look, it says his time draws near."
No.
She says that
Either way, you're right.
these are just markings. These must be the druids. These were not here.
Yeah.
They were this was scrawled in, and she's looking at the ground. They were digging. Obviously, they were looking.
Oh, do you see the teleportation circle?
There was a teleportation
Yeah,
circle.
so that leads to the castle.
It does. Ravenloft?
Yeah, that leads to the wine.
It does?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Huge.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Don't tell Grandpa.
Oh, we did.
Don't tell Grandpa Davian.
I know the password. Oh wait, why would it? I'm not gonna say it. Because next time if you're ready to go, next time I'll come too.
It's a date. I can't wait.
Ooh.
You and me, big guy,
Yeah.
and him, and him, and him.
Yeah, I'm
and him.
later. That's all.
Because I'm not going in there just
Yeah.
with you. Where did it take you in the Ravenloft castle?
My cellar, my cellar.
He has a wine cellar. That's the problem with the castle. It's so big.
You're mad.
You have a map?
Yeah.
You have a map
Yeah.
of Castle Ravenloft?
Yeah.
A good thing that
No one
happened.
existed.
We made one. Magically.
She says, "I'm liking you all more and more, just with every minute.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had that. Where did you get that?"
Magic. Use the magical little
There are people that will kill you for that. Do not tell anyone. Oh my goodness. Do not tell anyone.
I'm fighting daggers at If anyone goes for it, I'll kill them.
She says, you can trust me, but there are a lot of obvious people in Barovia. You can.
Oh, that's why I didn't tell anyone else.
You are with a good group. You are with the right people. That's all I will tell you. I will let Davian, Grandpa Davian, talk to you more. She says, where's W? He's having problems keeping the bottle.
It's
Stay up on the wall.
But I'm trying to do trap.
What's he trying to do? I'm interested. Where?
Near where the teleport is.
Can I look?
Yeah.
So she's going to go down and she sees you. And what are you doing? Still don't understand how you're going to make this stick. She's watching
So
you.
I hooked up the rope and they trip and it'll break that part off and cause
You hooked it up to what?
To the wall.
What wall? This is just a wall.
I hooked it up to the wall.
With what?
Okay, so is the portal at the corner or is it like in the center?
It's just in the center. Yeah.
It's in the center.
It's in
So
the
I
center.
have it on the
Oh,
bridge, so
randomly
when they
upstairs.
walk up,
You're gonna hurt old people.
when they walk up.
Yeah, when she's looking at you, she's looking at it. She's saying,
You're gonna hurt.
how are you got magic to like make it stick?
I got the rope.
Do you have magic?
And then how does it release?
You have to pull on the rope on the bottom. So if you like keep the leg against
Who's gonna pull on the rope?
No,
That's asking for it.
You have to get their leg against it.
They won't
Oh, is
do
it
the
trip
trick.
wire?
Yeah.
Tripwire.
Yeah.
Okay, and how is that released?
They have to walk through it.
Once it's triple wire, the rope will release.
How's the bottle being held up on the ceiling?
Yeah, how is it?
I'm still thinking.
You haven't. W is not a magic.
Okay.
See, my problem
She
is.
Okay.
My problem
She
is.
says, go ahead.
Your grandpa can go downstairs and get hit by two.
Oh, we'll tell you about it, I think. How's that? I mean, who are you trying to trap with this? Is it
I want to hit strong with the holy water in case he comes up.
got holy water in it?
Yeah.
Well, Rod Hill will be the one to get hit by, probably.
If you hit either one of them,
They kill everyone in
it's
the
just going to
house.
piss them off. Yeah.
You kill everyone in the house.
Interesting.
I left my sigil.
Oh, so that's a little. Like,
Is it going to explode or
No,
something?
it's going to leave a calling card saying you
Yeah.
do it.
Oh, okay, maybe I can advise you not to do that.
That's
You
what I
know,
said.
you really don't want to piss him
That's
off.
what I said.
He,
No,
he's
the rose.
the kind of guy.
I'm coloring the rose orange.
Oh, she'll think it's the orange rose. Yeah, but you know what? You might just end up telling the Margaret family afterwards. Yeah. Because they let the crowd stay here.
I guess.
It's a really bad idea. Because they might just piss them off.
I mean, I could. She says I could help you.
No,
We could take the wire
I love.
along the ceiling and probably take it back. And we could tie it to one of the bottles and then have the bottle just so that it's just like faint and then it falls enough to make that thing to drop.
I like that. We'll do that.
Let's be honest here.
But I don't think you want to hit
This
me.
is a bad idea to begin with.
I think it's a bad idea too.
Okay. Wait,
I don't think it's a
I'll-
bad idea.
I'll scratch the idea. I'll
It's
scratch
just
the idea.
if anything, they'll probably just laugh.
Can we put a box over the teleportation circle?
Box? What's a box? A crate?
He's saying.
They're getting up too.
He's saying.
Where am I?
Maybe he has something.
Look, there's no wiring.
She says, I like you guys. I like you guys. I like the way you think. Yeah, let's do that. What the heck?
This is not an actual bit to teleport. I got it. Actually, what happened? Wait. I got it. What happens if we take
I see.
we make a hole in the wall, in the floor, and we take it fully out, and I carry it around. And then we can use the teleport.
No.
Doesn't work that way.
This is another thought.
That's
Why don't we?
Fly it out.
ground.
That'd be the cross.
Why don't we change how the room looks so when they spawn in, they're like, where the fuck are we? It looks completely different.
We're not saying.
Why let them know you know about it?
Yeah, it's true.
That's my question.
Look, I thought they were
I mean, the barrel idea is not a bad idea because if they come in, if they transfer in and they transfer into the barrel, it's going to damage them, but it's not going to kill them.
And then they're gonna get mad.
They're going to just get mad.
Okay, never mind. We don't.
I would say you don't want them to know that you know about
We
this.
should do that later. No. We should
Yeah.
do nothing. Because
Yeah.
if we ever get into House of Ravenloft, we know
Yeah.
there's an escape later
Yes,
here.
Exactly.
That's what I was going to
Exactly.
escape Castle Ravenloft.
The thing about going into Castle Ravenloft, though, is you got to know why you're going in, what you're going to get it,
I don't
get the
need
heck
that.
out,
We need to get the
even
skull.
with a map.
We need the skull of the dragon.
Skull of the Dragon.
They have the Arkansas dragon, Man, I remember names.
That is, yeah, you're doing good. It's just you all have learned a lot.
Yeah.
That is a legend.
Yeah.
How do you know that to be true?
We found a skeleton in it. And we saw it. He saw it. We saw it. One of our companions saw it.
It was in one of the white letters.
You saw it?
Yeah, one of our
Who
companions
saw it?
He's dead.
Oh well, yeah.
But we know where it is.
Guess what? Yeah, that
It's
doesn't.
in one of the bride's beds.
It's in one of the bride's bedrooms.
What are you going to do with the skull?
Return it.
To who?
Or
The,
the shots.
I mean, that thing's got to be huge.
Chapel.
What chapel?
no, not the chapel,
What
the
is it?
mansion.
What is it called? Argos Hole. Yeah, Argos
You're
Hole.
going to take it back there?
Yes.
If you have the map, she's kind of looking at Anne. It's just the problem is,
See, I see the house of the dragon and the heart and spirits of everybody to bring light to the house and peace to the heart and all protection from the devil.
she says, we'll have to talk about this. We should sit down and talk
Yeah.
and understand. But she's looking at Anne and she says,
Also.
you're not going to want to go into Castle Ravenloft
Also.
in a suit of armor. You've got to be able to sneak around.
Oh.
Let's not talk to this guy.
I have a coin that makes me invisible.
Invisible is one thing, but you could still be heard. And anybody that's with you,
Oh, no. It's not just invisibility. It's undetectable.
you can still hear you.
No, but it's undetectable. That's different than invisibility.
So that means they can't see you.
No, undetectable is different than just invisibility.
I think they can still, they will be able to sense it.
Round out your sense of it. It just
You
means
guys need to write this on stuff to get money on that.
Well, yeah, let's not get too hung up on that. Let's go ahead and move forward. But I like what you are thinking, the way you're thinking and what you're doing. So this is interesting. You're like a breath of fresh air. This is great. I had no clue. But I think Grandpa Davian wants to know how you came in here and how you cleared out the winery. And I know, because I've talked to him about you all, that Grandpa Davian has things to tell you. And it's time for him to talk to you. So let's go upstairs. And she's like looking at the signs and stuff. And she says, these are not good. All I can tell you is this stuff on the wall is not good. It's what I've heard. It's coming to pass. So she's going to take you upstairs. So the family has come back inside. They've dampened off the smoke and the fire and such like that. They've patted it down. They're looking at all of the ash that's all over the place. You can see they're trying to kind of clean it up. And Davian says, I want to thank all of you. He says, please join me in the dining area. It's the only gathering area space that we have. He says, so I'll get you food, and I'm going to give you a place to sleep so that you can rest up. He says, I see that you're looking all pretty good. I'm very surprised. I thought you would be much worse shape, but you obviously are stronger than I realized.
right.
So they're going to go through. They're cleaning the area, even though there wasn't a lot in the kitchen area. You can see that the women are starting to, they're starting to cook food and such. So he takes you into there and he sits you down at the table. And he says, first of all, I want to thank you for releasing the winery, for not burning anything, not destroying our work from the ages down. Thank you very much. He says, I had my doubts that we would be able to sit around this table again. My fears were very high, and I thought it really was the end. He said, I did not mean to come across that I did not believe in you per se. I just thought it was doom. We were done.
No problem.
He says, the forest folk, they don't just merely think of us as bad neighbors. We are a group, my family and I, including Muriel and Orwin. We are a group called the Keepers of the Flame, a Feather. This is a society dedicated to aiding those who oppose CoStrahd and his servants. What? And that is obviously includes you. The Keepers of the Feather, we guide, we shelter others that fight him directly, and as you have seen, we use ravens as our messengers and our spies. They are our special tool, our special weapon against him. We have cultivated our relationship with them for hundreds of years. My family lineage goes back all the way to the forest folk, as I've told you. And we are just an offshoot of them. The ravens are special for us. The ravens are a signal to CoStrahd. And so if he sees you and a raven around you, he will know that you are an enemy of his. So do not show in any way to him or his minions or others. And that includes many Vistani. Many of the Vistani are his spies.
Yeah.
While we use the ravens, he uses Vistani. And they look and see and they seek. You've interacted with Vistani. We know this through our contacts with our birds. Choose wisely ones you talk to. Not all of them are aligned with him, but he has a special pact with the Vistani. Are you aware that he was attacked and almost killed?
Yeah.
He was almost killed, and unfortunately, it would have been better for all of us if he had died. But a group of Vistani helped him, nurtured him back to health, and so he has given them special passage and special status here in Barovia. Right now, I am the leader of this organization, the Keepers of the Feathers. All my children are members. Muriel and even that blackguard Erwin is a member of the Keepers of the Feather. There are a number of us through Barovia. Danica, Erwin's wife, she's also one of us. These are now your network. You will be able to use them to send messages, to help guide you in any way, shape, or form as you move forward. Muriel is sitting across the table with you while she's just kind of sitting there. He says, so let me explain to you what has happened here recently. I wasn't quite forthright with everything in terms of dates and what was happening because I didn't know who you were. I thought everything was over. I did not know how much you would benefit our group. Just about 3 months ago, my youngest son, Elvir, he and his twin brother, Elric, they wanted to go to Castle Ravenloft. They wanted to join a revolt against CoStrahd. They actually wanted to fight him. So I forbade it, reminding them that we are spies. We are not fighters. Muriel carries a sword, but it is mostly for our own defense. But as you see amongst us, we do not have weapons of destruction like that. We cannot manage that. So joining the rebellion openly, I felt could compromise my family and the rest of our members. Elric defied him and he joined this revolution anyway. He died in Castle Ravenloft, and not long after, the witch of the swamp, Baba Lysaga, her scarecrows and the druids of Yester Hill, accompanied by a mysterious dark-skinned woman, begin staging attacks against us. Baba Lysaga, have you heard of her? The old hag.
Yes.
You know her. You will know
Yeah, I
her.
do. But wasn't N in that one adventure?
Yeah, that house.
Yeah, that's different.
That was different,
Oh, okay.
but it is based on. This is off. This is out of the thing. These people are Baba Lysaga, Baba Yaga.
I bought the real one.
Baba Yaga is a witch, and a Russian witch.
Well, we didn't buy her, we ran her.
Yeah, and I believe didn't one of the Woodworthians get killed?
Yeah,
We lost two or three.
Several of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that should tell you something. Baba Lysaga is the witch of the swamp. She is as old as the lands of Barovia herself. You know her.
Yes,
She She began staging her attacks against us. She has an army of scarecrows that she dispenses throughout the
Oh, I
Barovia.
saw a lot of that.
I've seen that.
You've seen them?
Yeah.
They move.
Yeah.
They're alive.
I fucking knew it.
They are not necessarily fighters either. They are her spies.
Oh.
And she keeps tabs of everything that is going on here as well. In fact, she keeps tabs. There are statements, and you will be of interest to you. There are covens of witches here in Barovia. And she is the head of one of the most powerful. The winery's best kept secret is the source of our wine. There are 3 gemstones the size and shapes of pine cones that are enchanted with plant growing magics.
Oh, so they're time conscious.
Since its founding, the Mardikovs has used these gemstones to grow 3 vintages of wine. Champagne de la Stomp, Red Dragon Crush, and Purple Grape Mash number 3. Those
Why number
3
3?
Hmm?
Why number 3? What was wrong with the first 2?
I will tell you. Good question, Reedy.
Oh.
10 years ago, the gemstone producing the Champagne de la Stomp was stolen. I do not know who stole it, but I blame Erwin. I believe that he was failing to keep watch. He was busy cavorting with Danica, his wife now. He should have been watching the winery. He knows about the gemstones. Some of the family members are now looking, and you can see they're like raising their eyebrows, and he looks. This information I impart to you now has not been imparted to many. The only people who know of the gemstones are me, Muriel, and a few others.
We know a bit about it. I know a bit about the Fae circles. Yeah. And how they align with the altars of the Fae or things scattered around the land.
You have read some of the lore.
Yeah. One of my goals is actually to collect the gemstones and bring them back to the altars.
I would rather you bring them here where they belong. It is here that we will grow the grapes with the stones.
But the Fae circle, there's a formula for Fae circle that mentioned it has the capability of teleporting. There could be a chance that delivering the stones back to the graveside could actually let us use the teleportation circle and maybe even get out of Barovia.
Interesting. Is that something that you have devised yourself?
Nope.
No.
Yes, and there's also a bunch of lore and notes basically about the Fae. Because it's a one kid's song. Yeah. And there's even some relics of the past of using like smaller versions of the Fae circles, and they actually work right.
Those gemstones have been used here since the creation of this vineyard forever. And that is how we've been able to grow these vineyards here. The gemstones are known for reciting, for promoting growth and such. This business that you are talking about, I don't know anything about it. I've never heard anything about it.
Well, clearly now it's trying.
I'll have to think about it.
Maybe that could be a reason why Strahd's interested in it.
CoStrahd is interested in it, but everybody is interested in it.
Well, Strahd's afraid.
That's
of the
why I've
power.
had to keep them a secret.
Strahd is afraid of the power, but he clearly knows you guys are holding on to the channel. Why he sent
He
you
suspected
Druids,
it. He said, what?
which is why he had the Druids and brought in here.
I don't believe Strahd is behind the Druids. I believe that is Baba the Saga, and I believe it is the Druids themselves.
Why would brought in himself saying that he's looking for channel?
So Muriel looks at him and she says, she kind of looks at you and she says, they know about the basement. And they know, they say they saw Raiden. He's looking at her and he's looking at you all. He says, they do not use the basement. Strahd does not use the basement. That which you speak of, and he's kind of looking at the family, and they're all kind of looking at him. He says, that is something that is not functioning, not working correctly. We do not use that. That would be dangerous. If you use that, you will go a place where you do not want to go. And believe me, you do not want to show up there uninvited. There are horrors there that you will not even begin to describe. He does not use that. I deliver the wine to Strahd via the cart. You may think we use that as the means to transport. No. To my knowledge, he does not use it either. The individual you say who came through, I don't know what to say. I am surprised about that. Maybe other things are afoot and afoul than I know. So I am interested. But that area has been a secret for generations. And I know about it based on its information passed to me from my father and his grandfather, and so. But generally, my family does not know anything, and I don't want them to know. And Muriel's kind of looking because she kind of looks at you all, and she's kind of like, she knows. Until she knows. He says Anyway, as I said, I blame. Let me get back to where it was. Yeah, I blame Erwin for failing to keep watch. He claims that he saw an old woman in the fog with a raven perched upon her shoulder. A raven of all things. And the same raven carrying the gem away shortly thereafter. I do not believe this story. Well, no raven would do that to the keeper of the feathers.
Maybe it's my fault.
I believe that we do not know the truth, Grutz. Yes, I don't know. Erwin says he does not know where it is. No one knows where the blue gem is now. Gone for 10 years.
Is all of it gone?
Ah. Months ago, Baba Lasaga's scarecrows uncovered and stole the second gem, depriving my winery of the means of producing Red Dragon Crush. A week ago, the forest folk attacked and stole our third gem, preventing us from producing purple grape mash.
That's why Ron didn't say. Maybe they took it without him knowing, which is why he made a comment not.
Oh, so you have no transparency.
We have none.
So you can't produce any more wine.
So it seems to
Can
me.
no longer produce wine.
So it seems to me that maybe the Ravens came through and took the gem because it wasn't safe anymore to have the gems here. Because clearly they stole
Well,
two.
no,
Ravens?
They didn't steal two.
Steal two.
No. I'm saying the one they took away.
There was the champagne one was stolen.
I believe the second one was stolen. I believe the second one was stolen by Baba Lasaga
Yeah.
and her scarecrows. She has it.
Yeah, but she.
She has reasons to want these stones.
What color was that one?
That was the red stone. She has taken the red stone.
And the forest folk, the other was the one that they stole.
The first one was
The
the
third one.
The forest folk have stolen my final one, the green stone.
Maybe we should get the green one back first. Since you know you took it.
We tried to go and take back the green stone. We made an attack on Yester Hill in an attempt to reclaim it, but we were easily driven back. We're spies. We're not warriors.
Yes.
It is in Yester Hill.
So what does your family do now that you have none of the?
We were removed. We tried to fight to keep the winery. So we didn't do this. He should have gotten an update from you. So I should say he got an update from you on the fight. Okay?
Right.
So he says to you, my apologies. That saved us a little bit of time. But he says, they were meaning to destroy us. They are out to destroy the brothers of the feather. Because they were also out to destroy our wine. They want to take over this realm again. And they have the means to do it. I will tell you how. They even mean to take it back from Strahd. And the things that you have told me in the basement, hear me out.
It shows that they have a difference of opinion.
Well, it shows that no. It shows that the first gemstone wasn't stolen by either party because they were both searching for it. No, they were searching for the other one. I know what they were searching for. Two of them were stolen by the forest people. So
No,
one was stolen from
One was stolen
the second
under
one was
Orwin's
stolen
nose.
by
It's okay.
the
It's hard to follow.
So that's two of them were stolen by one Baba Saga.
There's three.
No. There's
Hold
two of them that were definitely stolen by evil people.
Yes.
So the third one was stolen. No, they're probably on the same side, realistically. And then the third one was stolen by.
The forest folk, the druids.
Yeah. So two of them were definitely thinking of bad guys. The first one, we don't know who stole it.
That's correct.
Exactly. So it could be that
I believe Ermin has it.
Yes,
That could be the
but
case.
it could be that they all came here to get that last stone because they were thinking of that last stone. Yeah, because they thought it was there, but it was stolen originally. No. I actually think his logic made more sense. So they stole the first one was here. The second one was stolen by Bob and the Soccer and Scarecrows. Third one was stolen from the Druids. And then the Druids came back to destroy the Fed organization. That's what I think happened.
They want to eliminate not only.
They were searching for stuff. They were searching through documents. How did that a week ago? They could have been from a week ago when they were stealing it. No, I saw the guy in the bedroom.
Oh,
well, I'm going to make a mention of winter, the note mentioning the one winter who was bringing it back. Because that's most likely.
So let me continue. Yeah. You've got it. You basically got everything set correctly. Okay, but hold on. It's a little confusing. No, it's okay. It's confusing. He says the druids returned 3 days ago, now joined by a small army of corrupted blights, and they drove us out. I had never seen the forest folk command the blights of the Goliath tree before. I didn't know it was possible. Now, according to snippets of conversation my family has overheard before we were driven out, I believe the druids have been searching for the first gem, the one stolen 10 years ago. I'm not sure why the druids are searching for it or how they even know that it is gone. Davian, I do believe that the players are I actually don't believe right now that you are capable of going and taking that stone back from Baba Lasaga. But I believe you are strong enough and have shown the will and are capable of getting the green stone back from Yester Hill right now, these druids. You've shown your capability to be able to handle them. I'm going to ask you to travel to Yester Hill and reclaim this third gemstone so that we can resume part of our production. We're going to restore the winery to its working function, and I will make, with what wine we have, I will make some deliveries to Crest.
They poisoned the wine, but we eat their.
Yes, you said that. Yeah, you explained that. So he said, with that wine that we have, those vats, I can supply some to Crest, some to Valaki, and even some to the village of Barovia, and perhaps one to the Vistani themselves. We want to keep the Vistani happy. Otherwise, they will go nuts. Yeah, absolutely. I will offer you the services of Muriel. She is as combat ready as any of us. She knows Yester Hill very well. She is a better resource for you as an advisor. She will not be able to fight. Please don't ask her. He's looking at her. I know her will. She will want to do this. She will draw her sword by your side. But you must protect her.
Oh, don't worry, Vicky did fine. You lost.
What? You're right. You're right. Mostly I got pushed around by water.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Got really wet.
As I say, your help and your assistance, we will get this back. We will be able to get the winery up and producing, which will uplift everything in terms of the morale here in Barovia. Now, this winter splitter, it's a word that the keepers of the feather and our spy and ravens have told us. We've heard about this during our attacks on when we went to Yesterhill itself. We noticed that the druids there seem to be preparing some sort of very large ritual atop Yesterhill. They've been building something in the stone circle at the peak. We don't know what it was. We could not see. Yesterhill is a very tall mountain south of us. Muriel will be able to take you there. She has very good knowledge of it and its construction and what they use it for. Okay? I'm urging you to get rested as fast as possible and to go before, at dawn. It's already late, so perhaps, midday. It is only a couple of hours south. 2 hours, 2.5. It's close enough. So let's work with you to get you healthy, get you fed, and help you to feel good. You will offer you my beds. I apologize for not telling you the whole story. Most of the people in my family did not know about the gem. They're all sort of listening. It is most dangerous for people to know about it. It was dangerous for us, for them. It's always been a big secret.
So basically, as now 2 leads. Yesterday, and to talk to Erwin. Or Baba Yaga.
First, I ask you to get at least the one, the green. The red is Baba La Saga. She is very, very, very powerful. She is extremely powerful. And then the third, perhaps in your travels. Perhaps you can go back to Erwin and smack him around a little for me.
He made it more, he didn't say.
I don't know why, but I don't believe it.
Exactly. Maybe he's hiding guilt. Maybe he was subconsciously getting to
I think he was a fool.
You won't know until he asks.
Okay. Is there anything you want to ask him? Anything you want to ask Muriel? Okay.
Do you know about the whirlwind?
You're talking to who?
Oh.
They let me do werewolves. But what's the werewolf?
Half, they turn into
Lycanthropes. Yeah. We've heard stories.
Have you seen a whirlwind?
No.
I have.
Where?
Not here.
Where?
Well,
How far? How long? You're in Barovia?
no. So
In other lands?
So they're real.
There are werewolves. There are werewolves. There could be werewolves.
Do you know where the Fey altars are, or Fey things are?
There are altars all through Barovia. You probably haven't seen as many of them as there are, but Muriel will take you to one on the way. How's that? She looks at her. Mountain Fae. She says, yes, of course, I will.
I want to ask, is the Yesterhill, does that have a big dead tree?
Muriel looks at you and she smiles. The Thias tree.
Okay.
Yes. It is one of the oldest trees here in Barovia. Massive. Just like what was growing in the cart.
Oh,
Massive. Bigger. Muriel says, I'm very familiar with Yesterhill. As we approach, it'll be easier for me to describe what's going on. And I'll be able to talk to you about it.
okay.
Do you know where the catacombs of Kazan is?
Catacombs. Kazan?
Kazan, yes.
He says, I know he was a wizard. He was supposed to be a wizard who was sorcerer, powerful. Tales of a group of wizards, like the ones that created the winery at first, are about here in Barovia very early in our history.
Come on. He's a barbarian.
Go to Kazan.
Kavan.
Yeah.
Kavan is a
I'm trying to find where he laid.
an ancient ancestor of mine.
Yeah.
He is my ancestor.
Maddie even did a drawing. I'm supposed to get something.
Kavan?
Yeah.
You're supposed to get something from Kavan? He's dead.
Yeah, I'm supposed to go where he rests, where the giant hill is.
The giant hill?
He knows for everything, man.
The giant hill?
Yeah.
The giant hill is Yesterhill. You're going to it.
Okay. Do you know of
You see Kavan?
Yeah.
Don't we all in these times?
Yeah.
I don't know how to help you.
Do you know?
Muriel looks at you. Muriel looks at you. Grutz?
Yeah.
See your wink.
Okay. Do you know of a man who is known as like the Hunter of Hunters?
Hunter of hunters.
His sight is clouded, but through his beamed eye, you're finding a path to the downfall of shared enemies. So like a mighty hunter. in some sense.
Many people that could possibly be. Where did you hear of this? Is it somebody alive? Somebody who's
It
dead?
could be someone, maybe it might be alive or it might be someone in between.
Hunter of hunters?
Yeah.
Read again to me.
Look for a mighty predator, a hunter of hunters. He stalks his land and hopes to slay the mightiest prey of all. This one is more than he seems. His sight is clouded, but through his dimmed eye, you'll find path to the downfall of shared enemies. I'm considering that since you help people who go against Strahd, that you might have leads.
I was going to say the hunter, the big hunter to me is Strahd. He hunts our souls.
But
All of us.
is there maybe someone else out here other than us who are currently trying to hunt? The devil?
Strahd?
Yeah.
Stories that abound. The current desire and wish of the people is that Van Richten, Rudolf Van Richten, is here in the lands and is hunting him.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a story that he is dead. The other hunter of hunters that I can think of, beyond Kavan, would be Jiminy Kara, this fat little bastard who's only 2 feet tall. No, there is one other person who could possibly be.
Poor Jiminy. Could have been him. It could have been him.
These are stories I hear through my network. Outside of Valaki, there is a Vistani tribe, a caravan, a small settlement. There's a group that lives there right outside of Valaki.
Yeah, we met them.
You did? You went there.
Yeah.
Living with them are a group of people that are ancient elves.
Yes, we met them too.
You met them?
Yeah.
Ah. Are they friendly to you?
Yes, we helped save one of an elf's life, and we helped us save her.
My goodness, you are all very interesting. You are building up good resources. That is a man you want to speak to. I believe through my network that he devises a plan to hunt down Strahd himself. Are you aware of their history?
Yes. One of the, what's that ministry name or name?
Well, he fell on one of the elves.
Oh, no, I thought it was that Irina, incarnate Irina, was with the elven people. Strahd was going to take her as a bride, but they couldn't. No,
You're sort of right. Yes.
But
There
then
was
his
an older
sister,
girl that
Petra.
he wanted to be with,
yes.
but they refused to
They
let him
refused to
with
let
her.
him marry her.
So he
Yeah.
decided to kill
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. That's what I was saying. That aspect of the game.
So you're aware of what he did to his family and his tribe, his people. So there is rumors that his anger has been building for decades and centuries, and he wants to kill Strahd in the worst way. He is perhaps your hunter of the hunter.
Okay.
That would be my other guess. Pardon me?
You know, like it's her
The
calendar.
Knight of the Purple Dragon.
I've heard of this old fool. You met him on the road?
Yes.
There again, our network, they speak of him. He is a endearing soul who accomplishes very little and is a smart traveler, keeping himself very busy doing nothing.
Okay,
You've met him.
we have.
Here he is, a good soul.
He's very sweet.
Yes, he's very, very busy doing nothing. Yeah. If you run into him, perhaps you can send him here. I would like to meet him.
Okay.
There are good stories about him. Our network speaks highly of him. In fact, my understanding is he's actually been at Vallaki, and he has been working with them to defend them against werewolves attacks.
Oh, that's nice.
Vallaki's gates were destroyed,
Yes, they were.
and they are working to build them back up, and they have completed it. The town is whole now.
That's pretty good.
And he was out there helping to manage the attacks by the wolves that were trying to get
You
in.
know we became the new mayor of Milwaukee?
No. Who's the Baron is dead, I
Yeah,
understand.
his son's dead.
It's a good question.
I think Earl
We've had
was
some-
kind of
We've had a
taken
little
over.
problems here ourselves, keeping us
So-
somewhat preoccupied. I'll have to check. That foul son of mine,
Oh, the
Erwin.
guard.
When we deliver the
Yeah,
wine,
one guard.
who's the guard?
The one guard in Milwaukee that we kept talking to.
You want a guard to be mayor?
Yeah. Or
Muriel's like looking at you, smiling, laughing.
I actually think Erwin would might be a good fit for that because he
No.
actually seemed to be taking a leading role.
No, that would not be wise. Trust me. Muriel's like laughing. She's like smiling, laughing. Davian's like, no. You do not trust Erwin. Believe me, he's no good. He's a bad boy. All right. Any more questions? It's time for a break and dessert. Very quick break. Maybe we get you on the road before the end of the night. All right. We'll be back in 10 minutes or less.
Well, now on to yes or no. Yes or no. Yes, Lee.
Yeah, we got
My character is one level exhaustion. He's tired, can't rage no more. Hurt.
Yeah. And they're all on Game Pass, and like I could play them, but I just
We're
have
gonna
no
go for a little
desire.
bit longer. I just want to get you guys moving, so to speak. Yes, we are back. Okay. All right. So where we left off, you guys had talked to Davian. Muriel was around the family. I'm going to assume that you've had your fill of questions. So you're going to sleep tonight. The food they gave you was pretty basic stuff, but because there wasn't a lot of food there, obviously they've been having a lot of problems lately. But they give you what they can. They take your way and they make some porridges and some nice things out of it. The food is decent. It's better than
lots of protein.
yeah.
We each gain one muscle.
All right. Okay, we'll go with that. All right. Okay. So the next day, I'm going to say you wake up and let's see what time it is.
12 p.m.
Yeah, it's about 11
That
a.m.
makes sense. We're up really late.
You were up late and you're healed. So everybody's good. Your hit points are set. You're able to do all your spells. So as you sit there in the morning, you can see now Davian is somewhat bothered and perplexed. He's become nervous, and he admits to you he's very, very anxious for you all to get moving. He says, as you're walking out, getting prepared and everything with your equipment and stuff, he says, remember, Yester Hill is a graveyard. So you will see a lot of cairns and a lot of death, a lot of imagery and such. At its peak, you'll find the Gathaias tree. It's a grotesque, tree. You would swear it is of death. But understand, it is one of the oldest living things in the land. So it is to be respected. It is not evil, per se. It is just looks evil, looks gross, right? It's what?
It's being shaped by the people who are in
It is what, that is as good a way to put it as I could put it, per se.
Maybe this is where
Its branches are black, its skin is black and red and cut it. It literally breeds. The lore states it is a gateway to the land of the dead, but it is still not evil, okay? He talks about that it outdates everything in the land. He says, the forest folk built the shrine on top of Yester Hill because it was close to the tree. The forest family folk, Barovians refer to the wild people that live in the forests. She says the forest folk once worshipped the ladies free, avidly. However, CoStrahd stole their power. A rift formed between the tribes. One half has mourned the death of the ladies, retreating into the woods and mountains, and the other half thought CoStrahd was their new god, a literal child of these ladies three, born from their will and their power. Centuries of war between these two beliefs have caused our numbers to dwindle. their numbers dwindle. There are no more than a couple of hundred folk living in that valley now, most in small tribes of a dozen or so each. The coming religion of the Morning Lord and the overall passage of time, significance of Yesrahil itself has faded. Most Barovians are not very, very familiar with it at all. They know it's there and it exists. They have not been there. You will be transgressing lands and area that most people in this area have not seen. He looks at Lazarus. You've probably not been there either. They only know it's an ancient grave site to which nobody visits. He says, I warn you, do not disturb the grave sites, obviously. Pay your respect, be smart. No one should be willing to disturb the resting dead. He says, good luck. Muriel will show you the best way to go. He says, the road continues south from here, and Yesrahil is southwest, actually, towards the almost very far west of Barovia, but I leave it to Muriel to take it. So she starts walking with you, and he says, good luck to you. Please come back whole, come back healthy, come back with our gem, please. Okay? So she starts taking you down the path, and she says to you all, we're immediately going to be going off the road. This road is rather worn. It's not as worn as it used to be. Most people do not walk this way. But I know that we do not want to stay on this track because the druids will be looking for anyone to come through their area through this, and I know better ways for us to get there. We will have to go single file, and there will be some rough walking. Make sure you concentrate on where you step. Otherwise, you could twist an ankle very easy. There's going to be some large roots. There's going to be a lot of things along the way. I plan to stop so that you can see one of the monuments. So you're walking on this dirt road. Now the path narrows. There's these twisted trees. Gnarled branches are all around you. It's starting to rain. Need to get a little ambiance rolling. Boom, boom, boom. There's rain, 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 rain. Okay. Okay. That's a lot of rain.
Now, hang
Greedy,
on.
stop the rain.
I'm a well with it.
Okay.
I want to stop the rain.
Can you completely stop the rain?
Yeah, we can't roll for it.
You can try.
Roll a demon on maybe it's a miracle. Maybe it's 100.
I'm a well. Man,
Muriel's going to tell you if you can't stop the rain, it'll make travel a little slower, but we can still make it. It's okay. Sure. What do you have to roll?
If I didn't roll a demon 100.
Okay, the rain seems to let up a little bit,
hell yeah.
but mostly around Reedy.
No. You were pointing at that one.
Dappled gray light struggles to pierce through the thick canopy overhead. You've got a lot of branches and such over you. They cast an eerie shadow that flickers and dances. Musky, earthy aroma fills the air, the scent of rotting leaves and damp soil. Vegetation is denser than on the road. Several low-hanging branches are draped with clumps of vines. Sounds, the only noise of your boots crunching on the needles and twigs is all that you hear. Muriel kind of is walking, and you can see she's a little perturbed. She says, something isn't right. The road didn't smell like death the last time I passed through here. This is not good. as you are walking along, everybody roll 20.
17.
Okay,
17 and then 8.
9.
17 and 8. Anybody 17 and
And there's a
16. Okay. Anybody who rolled below a 15?
W.
Muriel. Just the two?
Okay.
Through Grutz? You're grabbed by some vines
Not reading.
that are concealed through the ground. These things grab a hold of you through surprise
You
attack.
weren't grabbed this time.
Yeah, you got through it.
You
Very
learned from
good.
last time.
The vines grab you and squeeze. W is the one. Yeah. You take 4 points of damage. You take 5 points of damage. It takes 4 points of damage. These things have grabbed onto your ankles and legs, and they're squeezing you very tightly. You can see that they're vine blights. They've come up out of the ground. The vines have faces and stuff. There are 5 of them. Okay, let's roll for a quick initiative.
9. 3.
19.
W got an 18 and got a 1.
Okay, so
Is that with your next attitude?
Reading what the fuck?
And Dex is -2.
So that was really negative 1.
Negative 1.
19 is Reedy.
Yeah.
18 was who?
W.
What'd you
I
get?
got 3.
3 and a 1.
I have 9.
9.
I don't want to roll my best here. I've been rolling really well too. My dice don't help me here.
Okay, start with Reedy.
W
Oh,
is
hold on. Holy crap, we don't. Guess what? I rolled 20.
Bullshit. One time.
I know, one time he gets to go up.
Usually I
No, you sound like, you kind of sound like a Mad Hatter sometimes when you talk.
Well, he thought like that.
Man,
Is that the-
ooh, yeah.
I'm like that.
Yeah. Okay.
He was fruity.
He's what?
He's a bit fruitier.
Yeah, he is actually. Okay. 12 on, let's see, I'm going to have it on everybody except. So we got it on Muriel,
So is it effort?
Grutz, W.
None of these people were in the
Well, it's kind of not okay because he's a guy. He's last way to get the Jester Hill. Or preferably past that. Preferably till we get back to the line again.
Okay, so the vine, one of the vines does not attack Lazarus. Okay, so Muriel, okay, a 14. Look at Muriel very quickly.
And I can get shield.
That's what I said.
And I get
That's
shield
Muriel.
really like AC even more.
So W is 60 time. Kind of greedy, kind of needs that big, to be honest.
What?
The ability to storm through this so you can take on armor so your AC is
17.
12.
Pulse. Oh, it's just 17. Yeah.
And I have gas.
It hits? Okay.
And that's what he wants.
Okay. Each for 3. A 15 for W.
That misses.
Okay. The one on Reedy hits you for 11.
That misses greedy.
Okay. And then on Ed, it's 15.
Misses.
So that's their hit. You're going. We've got one on you. You got a vine that's dangling right in front of you. It's trying to come at you. Yeah. What do you do? Reedy's up. On that is W and then M.
How close is
You're
it to
in.
me? How close is it to me?
It's right in front of you.
It's right in front of you. Yeah. 5 feet.
And I
Jesus,
I would say your spells are actually
They should be. These cans are.
Where's the frost? You know?
You spell attack against the target. Should have AC. It's fucking 30.
That's a hit.
And 72.
12,
No, more. No.
17.
Damage.
You see it freeze up and crackle and split apart.
That's what you get for it.
Oh, there he goes. He's just all over himself. W.
How dare you? Wiggle in front of me.
W is also going to use pain for this. No, I'm just going to hit with sword actually.
Grutz, get ready.
I'm gonna hit what she has to order.
I'm gonna. Does a 12 hits?
A 12 doesn't hit.
Okay.
You got anything else you can do?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Muriel goes. She hits. She hits hers for 6. I already rolled and did it.
Does it 16 hit?
Yes.
I already did 30 damage with that. I now I crit.
It's not even. Yeah. Not, all right. 30 damage.
I crit.
Jesus. Did
What do
you?
you get?
Oh, okay. All right.
Alright, so it's another roll back. So how many in a row last?
Only two of them are gone, so there are 3. There's one on Muriel, one on W, and one on Grutz. Oh, Grutz's is gone. There's N.
I'm going to attack the one on W and the one on Muriel. So this other class is for the one on Muriel. That's a 10 plus 18.
Yeah, that hits.
And
You get a +8?
yeah,
Oh, crap.
6, 11, 13.
That's a miss.
No. This is a,
Oh, 13 damage? That kills it. It's gone. Correct. Splits apart.
Is a 15.
That hits. That's the one on N?
7.
7. Okay. N. You got one on you. It's slightly hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna hit that one. I get 2 hits, so I'm gonna hit that one. See if it
Okay.
does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Actually, you get plus 9.
17.
17 is gone. Yeah.
Okay, and then my last one, I'm gonna get the one on W.
Poor Muriel.
Isn't the one on Muriel dead?
No.
Mike killed it.
Michael killed that one.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Oh, well, there's one left. Good.
Does
She needs
a
help.
13 hit?
No.
Okay.
All right. The one that's left. It's going after N. That's a failure. It missed badly. Okay, so up is Reedy.
Read what you do the favorite next thing. Right across. I'm the last one.
Okay.
You get 2 kills, you get the best.
15.
That hits.
Yeah.
Oh. Damage.
It's dead.
Oh, they get
Read what day of the day. Look at that.
it.
Okay.
How does it feel? You left of me.
How weak is Muriel?
She's down 8.
And
She's
we'll-
okay. She's okay. She tells you,
Oh,
hold off, hold off.
What a frightening
She
process.
says, I appreciate what you're going to do, but it's more important for you to heal your fighters.
Read the meeting. I'm
Okay.
a champion today.
So she says, we have to be smarter. We're going to have to go a little slower. And we need, she says, look out for clumps of vines, larger clumps and thicker. That's where you will see them. They have ability to be very frozen, very, very still. So don't even try to look to see if you can see a face. But if you see a big clump of like several vines right on top of each other, yeah, just poke at it and see if it does anything.
Why
The biggest
did you
thing
tell
they-
me that before?
I didn't know they were this far out. They're very far out, but I should have known they're all the way at the winery. She says, well, I'm the worse for wear for it. It's my fault.
They know.
Because normally they don't capture me. So she takes you along the road a little bit more, and as it bends up against the trees, she sort of stops, and she says, we're going to take a divergent cut here. So she cuts through. She says, normally you wouldn't go through here, but she takes you through what is a path that's into a midst of a small grove. And there are berry bushes standing all around. There's an old stone slab that's standing just 6 feet in height. It rests on an old cracked stone circle and seems to bear some sort of carvings on it. She says, this is the huntress's, one of the huntress's monuments. You talked about seeing their effigies and runes. This is just one. There's small ones, there are large ones. You want to look at it? So it bears a carving of a wolf over an engraved 3-pointed star. She says this is the slab. It's an ancient monument to the huntress. The 3-pointed star is a symbol of the ladies 3. She says, notice that it has no moss or lichen growing on it. This is because it's maintained by our Mardikovs, out of respect. She said that they don't necessarily adhere to the Fae. You'll find most people do not. They're old lore and legend, but there's still respect that they like to show. They just show strong respect for it. She says the wolf is the huntress, the mountain Fae. Lore is, she tells you, there's a story that she is trapped by a Baba Lysaga, the witch of the bog of Berez. She looks at you, Berez.
Yeah.
She says there's a story that Baba Lysaga has her captive, that she's alive, that she drains her blood, and Lysaga drinks her blood on a daily basis to stay youthful. She said, sadly, she started this very late. Lysaga is very, very old, which, so a lot of people question this. However, Baba Lysaga has been around since Strahd. She's that old. So something's going on. She is a witch. She looks at W. You possibly know how she's able to live that long. I don't know. They are just people, but she's able to live that long. So she says, we'll go ahead, and there's nothing you have to do here to any of these runes. There's nothing you have to say. You can pay respects. It's fine just by clearing it if it's not clean. You can leave stones. They don't look for coins or anything like that here. If you have a personal item that is important to you, you want to leave, you can leave, but it's all just out of respect. It's just, who knows? Like energy.
So what is the? So this is like a slab, right? Is there any like rocks circling around it?
There's a few rocks that are making a circle around it. It's small.
Okay.
The slab is very tall.
Okay.
It's weathered. You can see it's weathered.
Is this considered one of the 3 things, or is this just a simple?
What do you mean?
Because I know there are like 3 specific things of each of the Fae, and it's supposed to be like they're like main.
Oh, you mean like say a main like ruin, like the one at the windmill?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. No, this is not. This is smaller.
Okay.
There are many around. The idea being that the locals could take care, just they didn't have to travel so far to pay homage and such.
Mhm.
But you were talking about one of the majors there.
Yeah.
She says there is a major one for the huntress at the top of Yesta Hill.
Oh.
That is where the huntress's lies.
Okay. And then the woods is by the windmill.
Yes.
Okay. So then we just need, and the water one is in Perez.
You should know.
Yeah, I should know. It is in Perez. That's how they got flooded because the stone was.
The flood. You're aware of the flood, of course, right?
Yeah.
Are your partners aware of the flood?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't know what happened. You started it.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
He that's how he took out all the dark elves. He eliminated them this way through killing them.
No.
Interesting question. Look at his skin.
Yeah, but he is not.
You're correct. Have you looked at his ears?
No.
He's got long hair, right? So
His ears,
Is he going to let you?
No. Come on, let me go, Grutz, get it. Look at I'm gonna go.
It's impolite to touch someone if they don't want to be touched.
Yeah, but.
Grutz, come on. She kind of comes up and sidles up to you, kind of pets you and says, "You like to be touched, right?"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but not everybody likes to be touched. She says, "If you were to touch me in certain places, I wouldn't like it either." She says, "But there are other places I wouldn't mind."
I don't know.
Close. Okay. All right. She takes you now and she starts, you can feel that you're winding your way more towards the south. She says, Yesterhill is still another hour and a half or so away. I'm sorry it's going to take us a little longer because of this rain. She takes you through to a larger thoroughfare than you've seen and been on. It's fallen into disuse, morphing into an overgrown trail. Path that welcomed throngs of pilgrims to honor the mountain fae during equinoxes and solstices. Solstices now lies abandoned. The forest is kind of eerie and calm. There's a tranquility that belies an undercurrent of something lurking. Effigies sway from the trees. You can see like these woven like dream catchers and sticks that are dangling in bones, strings and things. You'll see like dead animals that are on ropes and such. Things like beaver or ground squirrels and things like that, rabbits.
The Blair Witch?
Yes, it's things that are hanging. They're starting to become more and more prevalent.
Scary. Ew.
Okay, now I have a question for you. We're going to do this, and then we'll end for the night. I need to know who amongst you has the lowest wisdom scores.
I have 14.
12.
I do wisdom.
Oh,
I'm very
both
young.
my characters.
You don't have to be very wise to be a level 11.
What's your wisdom? 12. So it's between these two.
So it's you, and you are 12?
Yeah.
You sure don't act like a 12. You don't play your character like a 12 at all. That's
My
interesting.
character's dumb, but he's street smart.
He's what?
My character's dumb. My wisdom's 14.
Oh, so are
My
my
intelligence is like 9.
So everybody's wisdom isn't exactly that high.
Oh, to be fair, W's men's intelligence are fucking garbage.
Yeah, my intelligence is
Oh,
dumb.
it's intelligence.
W's has 8 intelligence and has 9.
I have 9. Yeah.
It's interesting. You play yours pretty close. You guys play your guys a lot more intelligent than you should. Okay, so you're a 12 and you're a 12, right? Okay.
We need a roll for attacker here?
No. What I need is for Sarah and Richard to leave the room. I need you to go to the bathroom, or don't go too far, but go away.
Are we movies again?
Wait, what about wisdom saving throws?
No wisdom saving throws.
How are you?
Anything to do with this. Okay.
I didn't have a higher wisdom saving throw.
Okay, you're moving along with Muriel, and you come to. Hold on a second. I think I'm out of order. Here we go. You come to what you see here on the screen, which looks like it's an altar. As you approach the altar, you're overwhelmed by visions. There's nobody around in itself, but you do see a light. And as you come forward with it, now you're with the whole group, but this is what you guys are seeing and hearing. You're overwhelmed by visions of druids in prayer. They're seeking comfort in their ancient rites. Their emotions sort of wash over you. They're a poignant blend of hope and sadness. The hope appears dim, and it seems like the druids' desire is to bring an end to their people's struggle and anguish. The druids are nurturers of nature. You can hear them talking, and they're trying to encourage the growth around them. They wish to combat the evil that is coming upon their valley, and they're looking to be peaceful valley guardians of the area. Do one more thing. And then I may have to pull these other guys back. So the vision that you see as as you see that around you, you see these animals that are coming up, deer, you see rabbits, you see birds coming down to them, and you see them, they're in robes, these people are in robes, sort of chanting, they've got flowers in their hair, they are docile, they'll grab hands and hold each other's hands, and they're like praying. They're like hippies. Yeah, they're like hippies. Okay. I need you guys to leave. And you can send Sarah and Richard in. Go to the bathroom, do what you want.
We're equally as wise.
But we're not a very wise group.
Not very wise. I'm
It's
very ugly and I'm very not smart.
Oh, no, my characters are.
I'm very ugly and very
My
dumb.
characters are beautiful, but dumb.
You can see where my stats have been. At 8 charisma. I'm really ugly.
okay. As you're walking along with the group, Muriel's leading you all through, and you're still with all the team. The whole group is together. But you approach an altar that you see, you don't see it. Why don't you see it? There it is.
Oh, pretty.
There's an altar in the woods, and it's got that like light, like a candle is sitting on the altar. You're confronted with this scene, and then these visions start to appear out of nowhere. It's almost like they're ghosts, and they start to appear. It's somewhat unsettling to you. The druids are performing what looks to be some sort of a sacrifice, either with an animal, possibly a human, you're not sure. Their motivations are clouded by what seems to be a blind vengeance and malice. The druids once lived peacefully, and some level of empathy for their current state might be warranted. They appear to have strayed far from the path. And then as you're looking, you see these visions comes before you, these shapes, these people with ancient, like animal pieces on their heads, like skulls and antlers and bones that are hanging from them. You witness them engaging in these sacrifices. They're controlling blights around them for harm, and they seem to be carrying a spirit of revenge. Okay. All right, you guys, you come back in.
Now my experience is with days off, but I don't.
Hi, you can come in.
Well, it's 10 o'clock, which means we're going to go ahead and end. Just wanted to get
I'm not
that.
talking shit.
Don't tell each other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't tell each other shit.
It's a subplot.
We're gonna go ahead and end for the night
Alright.
because it is 10.
Bye,
Oh, very quick, Rob. Whoa, bye, bye,
Bye.
Oh, the confusion reigns.
Oh wait, Mike is the one who had that. And the
You just click in straight.
Say goodnight.
Good night.
I think we're good for next week, right?
Yes.
Actually getting somewhere, too.
We get this guy at gym, I'm definitely going to ask him to come after us. It's no longer
That's
gonna
pretty
be-
funny.
Yeah, I wanna-
It's no longer going to be great.